points right now is Cole Custer. And, yeah, you talked about it. He only has 2 playoff points. He desperately needs to add to that total. Winning the regular season championship would give him a 15-point bonus, but I think he needs a win more for confidence as much as the 5 bonus points that gets you for the playoffs.
Another driver to throw in that mix. How about Riley Herbst? Finished 4th here last year. 3 top 10s in the last 4 races. They certainly could get to victory lane here in the next 8 races. Could that win come today? When we come back, time for today's pre-race ceremonies as we close in on the green flag here at Pocono on USA.
You're unbelievable.
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a great fucking day. Today we got the Pocono race, the Xfinity race. What's up, Lucas? How you doing? What's up, Daniel? How you doing? Andy, what does this cool shirt say? It's a Kyle Busch shirt. It's actually... Me and my dad got, like... We went to Watkins Glen in 2014. And we got, like, matching... Well, it wasn't matching. Like, it was, like, the same kind of design. But they looked a little different.
It's a medical condition where there is a in the erection caused by a formation of scar tissue.
But, yeah, we got those, like, in 2014. And he finally gave me his. Because mine's been too small for years.
Find a specialized urologist who can diagnose PD and build a treatment plan with you. Visit
Indy Lights fucked themselves.
today.
Who wins today? My man Sheldon wins today. He's on the pole.
Become an effective communicator and master public speaking. Don't miss out. Get it now. Go to CNBC.
So yeah, USAA, they always have my back. USAA? You were in the military? Oh no, I wasn't, but my grandpa was.
So yeah, just want to remind you guys real quick, we'll not be live tomorrow for the Cup race. Kind of sucks, I know. I love doing these live streams. I really do. But I'm going to be at the race tomorrow in Pocono, so I will not be live. You know? It's like, I still would rather go to the race, but I really do enjoy doing these live streams.
When morning kisses turn sour.
It's like, if I just had to watch the race on TV and like not stream and I was just alone with my thoughts, that would suck. I probably would have stopped watching NASCAR by now. But
Science delivered life-changing nutrition. Hill's prescription diet. Science did that.
Products. Boy, the Xfinity Series regulars will have some tough competition today with Cup regulars like William Byron and Josh Berry in the field. You know, last week it was Kyle Larson, DJ. If you're an Xfinity Series driver, do you like that those Cup stars were in the field?
Yeah, we have 90 laps from Pocono today.
And hone your craft.
That's like, how many miles is that?
To me, when I was racing
220, yeah, 225. It's in the fucking name of the race.
By the way, real quick, I saw you chat.
They had issues with the rain tires. They were as bad as Indy 2008. With the rain and the tires were as bad as Indy 2008. Tried 100 laps, then 75, then they decreased it to 25 miles. Jesus Christ.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as you are able. Remove your hats. And veterans, render a hand salute as the United States Marine Corps Recruiting Station Color Guard from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, presents our nation's colors. Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome NASCAR Cup Series driver of the number 21, Harrison Burton.
Yeah, Harrison.
Lord, we thank you for the opportunity to be here together today, Lord. We thank you for racing, the drivers, the teams, the families that support us every weekend, and of course, the best fans in the world. We ask for safety over everyone competing and attending today's race, and for an exciting and fun race here at Pocono Raceway. Please be with the armed forces that protect us around the world and provide us the freedom to be here today, doing what we love. It's in your heavenly name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome from Stanhope, New Jersey, Ellen Kane, accompanied by Taylor Beagle from the Scranton School for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Children.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
America!
Green flag for the NASCAR Xfinity Series is just around the corner. We'll get the engines fired here in Pocono next.
The green flag is at 3:05, so just about 15 minutes.
Applebee's mozzarella sticks are just 50 cents for a limited time.
Yes, unbelievable.
Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Want the effect of Viagra, but faster? Meet Rose Sparks. They contain sildenafil and tadalafil, but Sparks dissolve under the tongue. Dissolvables work faster than old school pills. Connect with a medical provider at ro.co/sparks.
I love this.
You have new dream updates? Yeah, I didn't have any new dreams, so I'm down to hear about yours, though.
Tells a great story. It transports you. It makes you feel. This summer, one of our greatest stories will be told in a way we've never seen before, when the opening ceremony of the Paris Olympics is staged here on the Seine.
I had a thought earlier. I mean, I didn't have a dream last night that I can remember, but I had a thought earlier. And my thought was, what the hell is 6ix9ine doing right now? You know? Remember that guy? The fucking snitch dude? Who made all those ridiculous songs and looked like a human Skittle? What is he doing right now? Like, he's been irrelevant. What's he doing?
Tickets now at richmondraceway.com.
I got this $1,000 camera for only $41 on DealDash.
DealDash.com. Online auctions since 2009. This PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. This iPad Pro sold for less than $34. And this Nintendo Switch sold for less than $20.
I got this KitchenAid mixer for only $56. I got this barbecue smoker for $26.
And shipping is always free.
Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you can save.
Introducing Mando Whole Body Deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, the inventor of whole body deodorant. Like Mando, it's clinically proven to block odor all day and controls odor for 72 hours. And before you say it, Mando works better than
I had a dream where my friends were biking. My friend Samantha, female name, told me I don't feel like I'm me as a woman. I told Sammy, don't worry, I'm here for you. And then you crashed into a pole. See, that's like wholesome and sad. You know, you're like, I'm here for you. I will always be your friend. And no matter what struggles you're going through, I will be the best friend ever. And then right in the fucking face.
Wow. Good job, everybody. Wow. Great work, 2017.
A week ago, it was SVG on the streets of Chicago. This week, it's Pocono Raceway for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, one of the biggest challenges of the year. Before we get the engines fired, let's check in with Kim Kuhn.
Well, it's Josh Berry wheeling the number 15 and racing Ford Mustang this weekend, and this is his first Xfinity Series start.
Yeah, so they're just kind of filling in Cup drivers with that Xfinity Haley Deegan, like Haley Deegan's old ride. Kind of just like putting Cup drivers on that now.
comments, he was eager to have this opportunity.
Maybe the playoff races, they probably won't be able to do that, right?
Program at a track party where he has success.
Hard to believe Justin Allgaier has never won here at Pocono, Kim. He told me, I feel like we've had winning speed pretty much every time we've been here, and we've done everything but win. Allgaier said one of the biggest challenges of the track to him is staying on top of how the track changes throughout the race. He told me, in my mind, it changes so much, and that's one thing I'm going to try to be cognizant of today, DJ, is where to send my team for changes.
Yeah, and Jesse Love is starting 19th, not the qualifying effort that he wanted, but he has a win at Talladega. He's in the playoffs. He's got top 5 in the last 2 races. You know, you can teach drivers a lot of things, but one thing you can't really teach, and that's how to go fast. This young man has that instilled in him. Look for him to come up through the field inside the top 10 for sure today.
So, DJ, this is honestly a pretty short race filled with strategy. As a driver, how much do you want to be looped in on the strategy plan for the day?
Yeah, you know, as a driver, you know it can't change, and cautions and certain things can change that, maybe even the handling of your car. But I want to be filled in before the race starts as to what our plan is. If we have to deviate from that, then you can explain that to me as we go on.
So we talked about Austin Hill saving fuel to make it to the end to get the win here last year. How easy or hard is saving fuel here at Pocono?
You know, it's easier here because you've got the long straightaway that you can turn the car off and coast a lot, be able to keep up with that. So there are ways to do that. Under green, there's ways to do it also, because you can back out early and let your car roll, and so you can save fuel that way.
But I heard a lot of drivers that
you posted something to Discord
talking about playoff points and maybe not wanting to risk to flip stages, DJ, that they need those playoff points too bad.
Well, you better have a car that's really good and can pass, and there's a number of those drivers that can do that.
Better be able to put yourself in position to be able to get those points if they are on offer today. A lot of them might pass up a winning opportunity to get those playoff points. 8 races here at Pocono, 8 different winners. Will it be number 9? Let's get the engines fired here.
The engines are about to get fired. Let's fire them engines up.
Pocono Raceway fans, this is the moment you have all been waiting for. Please welcome senior correspondents from Pocono Television Network, Jim Hamill, Brianna Strunk, and Deanna Fontanez.
Welcome, race fans! When you're not trackside, please watch Pocono Television Network, streaming live 24/7.
We hope you enjoyed today's race, Pocono Mountains 225. Pocono Mountains, make some noise!
Drivers, start your engine! Pocono is one of the most unique racetracks in the world. We are standing in turn 1, looking toward turn 3. That is about 3/4 of a mile you're looking at. So what does that mean? That means you are flying when you get here to turn 1, over 190 miles per hour. But this isn't Talladega with 36 degrees of bacon. This is half of that. Way less grip, and it's rough. Look at this racetrack. Cars are bottoming out, tearing the racetrack up. There's a major challenge. Restart's a wild. Running a lap by yourself here is wild. Huge challenge. It'll be fun for us to watch. We're going green for fuel. Why is it most places ask you want to add a drink to that and never what do you want to add to that drink?
You're overeating M&M cookies.
A drink
Them
only as
bitches
good
is
as the
delicious.
fluid inside. It's all
I've
about
eaten too
finding the
many.
perfect combos for any given
There's
moment.
still a lot left.
To enjoy your food, and you said, "You too."
Y'all want some rainbow chip cookies?
Rainbow this luck when you get the ick. Lemony cream.
Hell yeah.
When you're
I know
in
the
market
stream
for a new
does.
Babysitter.
Okay, inappropriate.
Lit free. Eat Sonic.
Oh yeah, let me check out what you posted.
Can I talk to? Can this be treated? Stop typing.
Ooh, I like
Start
that
talking to
teal
a
one.
specialized urologist.
I like that teal one with the fish, or the, I don't know if it's teal. It's like a light blue.
In the erection
The
caused by
fish.
formation of scar tissue, and an estimated 1 in 10 men may have it.
cool.
But PD can be treated even without surgery. Say goodbye to searching online. Find a specialized urologist who can diagnose PD and build a treatment plan with you. Visit makeapdplan.com today.
Everyone, this is going to be for a lot of meter capture this early. I mean, big momentum play by defense creates a turnover. They feel Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can edge.
It looks like Madden.
And at this point in the game, what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you already had success with. Running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays.
Yeah, looks like they're playing Madden.
You always know the right time to call. When life plays dirty, water wipes. Water wipes. Pure, clean, healthy skin.
Looks like it.
You're unbelievable.
Applebee's mozzarella sticks are just 50.
I mean, yeah, there are some different animations. There are differences. But the actual, like, gameplay when you're actually playing pretty much looks like Madden, you know?
It's NASCAR Xfinity Series Racing from Pocono Raceway. Explore the Pocono Mountains 225. Hello, everyone. Alongside our crew chief, Steve Letard and Rick Allen with you. And Marty just mentioned that this will be just the 9th Xfinity Series race. So not a lot of history here for the Xfinity Series, but so much history here in racing.
And I think the Xfinity Series drivers appreciate.
What do you do about anything? Because your mind is
the scene is quite
very
outrageous.
creative.
3,700 campsites, and they're all sold. The place is full. And for the Xfinity Series guys, we able to race on this 2.5-mile triangle-shaped racetrack. And so much history has been made. The biggest stars in NASCAR have won here, have crashed here, have made highlight reels here. They kind of want to take part of what makes Pocono so special.
It has definitely been a highlight reel, and this has been a part of it for 50 years here at Pocono Raceway. Let's take a look at the starting grid. We'll start with Marty.
Rick, it could be a big day for Ryan Sieg. He starts 7th, and he's driving a car fully prepared by Stewart Haas Racing. He had that same situation earlier this year at Texas, where he finished 2nd by literally inches. Could today be the day he clinches his playoff ticket? You see Josh Berry on page 2, but he will have to drop to the back of the field. Berry felt a brake issue during practice and qualifying, so the team took some time to make sure the brakes were good for the race. Jesse Love, also here on page 2, is in the same exact position again.
Well, yesterday's Truck Series winner, Corey Heim, is back at the Sam Hunt Racing, number 26 this week. He'll start in the 25th position. He told me it's going to be a grind today. He was fighting really tight all through practice. And then one of the most unique resumes in the field is the guy starting 38, Stephen Malazzi, making his first Xfinity Series start. Looks like a little trouble there for him, but he runs part-time in the Truck Series, but he's also a full-time Temple Law student set to graduate in 2026, and he works at Outback. But before that, here's where it gets interesting. He was one of the highest-rated Domino's pizza delivery drivers in the entire country. I asked him how he knows that. He said Domino's has an efficiency metric that ranked them. So, the metrics, you can't escape them whether you're in or out of NASCAR. Excited to see what all these drivers can do today. Steve Letard and Rick Allen in the booth.
Hey, thanks, Kip. I think he was indexing his wheel. He had stopped there. You're supposed to do that if the line isn't exactly at 12 o'clock on your steering wheel, so he was probably doing that before he rolls back up here. Steve, let's talk to the guy who's going to bring the field to the green flag in Sheldon Creek.
Let's listen in here and see if we can get a word in with him. Hey, Sheldon, it's Letard, the guys in the booth. Get a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Well, man, you get to start this thing from the best seat in the house. Take
What's
us around
the
Pocono
stage
from behind the
lengths
wheel.
for
What is
today?
both the
Let's
challenge
find
and
out.
Perhaps the enjoyment of driving this tricky racetrack.
Yeah, I mean, I think the challenge and enjoyment align with each other a little bit. Obviously, 3 different corners, 3 different styles to get through.
All right, so stage 1 is 20 laps. Stage 2 is also 20 laps, and so they'll end lap 40. And the final stage is 50 laps, the final 50 laps. Fuel is 35 to 38 laps, so you won't have to worry about pitting under green in the first 2 stages. I mean, you probably could make it
How much involvement do you want?
without pitting at all because of the caution laps, but I mean they will.
A plan kind of to go
And then
with,
yeah, in the final stage you would have to pit under green.
to do, and we'll go from there.
All right, man. Well, car looks good up front there. Good luck today. We'll be cheering you on. Appreciate you taking the time for the fans.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
So again, Sheldon starts up front on pole. Brandon Jones will be outside of him, making up row number 1. A lot has been made of the driver of the 97, Shane Van Gisbergen, who currently has 3 wins already, with more on Shane. Marty.
Yeah, fresh off that 3rd win at Chicago last week, and I talked to SVG earlier today and asked him what to expect. He said, well, I'll be honest with you, Pocono is nothing like the streets of Chicago. And he said, truly, this might be one of my toughest challenges yet. I've never seen a racetrack like this, but he did say,
check Discord.
This will be the fastest I have ever gone. He called it 315, as in 315 kilometers per hour, which if you do the math, that's about 100.
No, yeah, it's because you're on that Abu Dhabi thing.
Brandon Jones has got some speed in his car this weekend, qualifying on the front row. He told Marty on our qualifying show, we're back, alluding to a rebound after the less than stellar season they've had so far. Brandon told me it feels like they're finally getting back on track, both performance-wise, but also mentally. And that mental piece is a huge part of having a successful race weekend. Another confidence booster, he is a former winner here at Pocono in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Confidence is key, Steve. I mean, if you've got it, you got to capitalize on it. If we take a look at the race analysis.
90 laps, 225 miles, 20 laps stage 1, 20 laps stage 2, a much longer 50-lap final stage. You could go about 36 or 38 laps on fuel, so I think you're going to see the majority of drivers just try to win stage 1, pit after that, perhaps try to win stage 2. The real trick is when you make that final pit stop. This is a track with, as long as you're within about 10 seconds of the leader, you can pit and not lose a lap. For that reason, it will be a little chaotic at times when we watch the green flag pit stops, as now we see all the drivers verifying that pit road speed.
So SVG is having a big impact on this sport, because I just noticed that our thermometer that's inside one of the cars, it's on Celsius now, so we're going to have to do some conversion.
Oh, Jesus
there.
Christ.
39 degrees Celsius.
Well, I was going to hit him up with the radio and see if he could explain what it happened to me, but I think I'll just Google it.
Yeah. Celsius on board.
Never see that. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. SVG, you know, he's so much fun to cover. What I really love about him is his humility.
I think Fahrenheit makes the most sense. Celsius is kind of dumb.
Dominating, winning championships. Came over here.
You can argue about all the other metrics, but I think Fahrenheit's actually the correct one. 0 means like just fuck off. Don't even go outside. It's too damn cold. 100 also means the same thing. Don't go outside. It's too fucking hot. You know?
It's almost like trying to, you know, switch from a right-handed golfer to a left-handed golfer. It's just totally unnatural. Yet he does it. He does it with a
Kyle to the rear in qualifying, well, of course.
And he continues to talk about how he's learning every single lap. Every time he gets on the racetrack, he wants to learn.
It's kind of the tradition now.
Really, his only falter, I think, was Iowa. And he struggled there, spun a couple times. But for the most part, he's getting as many laps as he can in, trying to learn every racetrack.
Yeah, he actually told me that he talked to Marcus Ambrose.
Yeah, with Celsius, it's like 0 degrees is freezing and 100 degrees is boiling. That I like. I like that. But it's like, when you say it's 39 degrees outside, to me, that sounds like it's still pretty fucking cold. You know? But like 39 degrees for them, it don't make sense. Like
Ambrose had in the Cup Series, and it's going to be interesting to see where SVG goes from here, committed to the Xfinity Series full-time this season.
A little bit of debris in turn 3. They were going to go to the green flag here, but you see that? Is that a hub?
That is a hubcap. So basically, the hubcaps are 2 pieces. There's a flat piece that basically gets bolted on, which keeps the axle in if it's in the rear, or the grease in if it's in the front. Then the cone part goes on with 3 smaller screws. So someone's going to come down pit road, and when they go to hang the tire, it's going to become very challenging.
Before the green, let's get a few more updates. Marty, we'll start with you.
Rick had a chance to check in with Sam Mayer and his team earlier today, and I asked him how practice went. He said, honestly, we did not handle very well at all. Very free with the handling of the car. So Marty Lindley made a lot of changes to the one car, but Marty Lindley also made the point to me. He said, listen, we have shown the propensity this year to get better as the race goes on. I think that will be the case for us today. Sam Mayer starts 12th, Kim.
Taylor Smith is a two-time winner this season, but those wins, they came early at Phoenix and Richmond.
Wearing a beanie. I don't know where my son's beanie is. Somewhere.
Mechanical failure last weekend, taking them out of the race early. When I checked
Somewhere in all my filth.
He said that was such a frustrating situation, but they're trying to put that frustration and funnel it into a performance here today. The team hoping to build some consistency and momentum.
So they're getting another pace lap since they had to clean up that debris.
So
get a Kyle Busch hat. I don't know if I want to spend money tomorrow.
Put his car in the 5th position in qualifying, just needed a tick better balance. He said hopefully they made the right adjustments.
2 wins already for Chandler Smith also this season in Phoenix and Richmond. The driver of the 15 this week is Josh Berry. And we heard the announcement from Haley Deegan. She has been in the 15 this season. That driver and owner didn't agree with the progress that things were going and decided to go different directions. I don't think we've seen the end of Haley Deegan.
No, I don't think we've seen the end of Haley Deegan, but I really like what this AM Racing team has done. Joey Logano a week ago.
What am I getting at Pocono? Probably nothing this year. Like, I might get a shirt, but like, I don't really have much plans to buy much.
People like this 15 car.
I might set myself like a monetary limit.
The Blue Oval. The best thing to do is put a Cup driver in it. They race on Sundays because of their experience level, so that should be undue pressure.
Okay, make some of my next vlog be walking around Pocono. That was actually kind of my plan. I mean, I can't walk all the way around the track because they have shit fenced off. But my plan was to actually take a walk during like probably stage 2 at some point. Just kind of get some different shots, different dynamic shots,
Ryan Sieg up there as well. And still Ford looking for a win in the Xfinity Series in 2024.
But yeah, I don't even know if you could do a track walk like you can at New Hampshire, just because it's A, it's so big, but B, it's like I think shit's just so fenced off, you know.
From last week, and go try to have a good solid day. Execute all day on pit road. I'll do my best out here and see where we end up. Feel like we have a decent piece for today, so have a good fun day. Appreciate you.
I like a pep talk from the driver. Jeff Burton told us how challenging turn 1 is, 3,500 feet down the front stretch, 3, 4, and 5 wide, and more importantly, driving away from the spotters. So very difficult for the spotter to help you decide if you're clear inside or outside.
Yeah, ready?
We've seen 3, 4,
here we go.
5 wide as they will fan out onto the front stretch. On the outside,
green flag is in the air. We are racing from Pocono.
Pretty organized in the back. Only a couple cars popping out of line.
Woo!
Coming into 1, 3 wide for that 3rd spot.
Yeah, Chandler Smith, 981, does a nice move, drives it in, but carries a little too much speed. Slides up the banking, and now he's under attack from the 7 of Allgaier.
And 17 of William Byron, who's back there. As the fight for the lead continues, Brandon Jones on the inside. Here they come into turn 2.
Oh, Sheldon Creed outside through the tunnel. That is so treacherous. He gets so narrow on exit, but he makes it work.
Still side by side, fighting for the top spot.
This is where the outside can actually work for Creed. Not overdrive the middle, get back to the gas, take this momentum, try to drag race the 9 off, force the 81 to push you on the outside. You see the 9 get away, try to avoid that side drag.
For a whole lap, they stay side by side.
That's pretty impressive.
Now the preferred line goes to the 9 of Brandon Jones here on the inside as they go into 1 again.
Messi retires from Argentina tomorrow morning, at 8 p.m. Well, tomorrow evening. I was like,
oh, big impact, Rick.
Oh, someone's
Dawson Cram hard into the wall.
Dawson Cram hard into the wall. No caution.
And let's see if the caution comes out.
That has to be a caution. Why are you not?
Still no caution though.
Dude, you literally have to. There you go.
Now the caution does come out.
That was weird.
Turn 1 here, such a high-speed corner. We have seen some historic accidents in turn 1, Kim.
Why did it take so long for them to throw the caution there? That was weird.
Pedal went straight to the floor before that incident.
Very scary situation there for Dawson Cramp. Great to see the window net come down and him climbing out of that car.
Top of the screen. Just carrying, you can see he turns to the bottom. Knows he's carrying way too much speed. Wow, a big, big impact.
why the safer barriers have that foam behind them.
And I mentioned the wrecks. Jeff Gordon had a huge hit down in turn 1. We've seen that super famous picture of Dale Earnhardt climbing out of his upside down car in turn 1. Some big wrecks.
Only 2 laps complete, and it's Dawson Cram who gets into the wall hard in 1.
Well, he's out. He's okay. I mean, it looked like it was a hard hit. Whatever happened. Oh, shit. Why does this thing not stop? Why is the commentary quiet? Where's the commentary?
Clean up.
Okay.
When we're
That was
young,
weird.
we're told anything is
Yeah, my TV got quiet
Only
too. That
few
was
of us
weird.
Go out and prove it. Witness the greatness of Anna Hall on a connection worthy of gold. Xfinity Mobile. Only Xfinity gives you the most powerful mobile Wi-Fi network with speeds up to a gig in millions of locations. And right now, Xfinity Internet customers can buy 1 unlimited line and get 1 free for a year. Get the fastest connection to Paris with Xfinity.
Pepsi Pineapple is back and only available at Little Caesars. It sounds delicious. Launch me, boys.
Available only at Little Caesars. Pizza, pizza.
Hey, Flo. Cool leg warmers.
Thanks. They're just for the bus ride to work. They're not part of the official uniform.
No tunes today?
No. My apartment was robbed last night. Took my cable-ready TV, VCR, portable cassette player.
Yep, all the latest tech.
If only Progressive had renter's insurance, like their home insurance.
Then we can bundle our cars and get the same 24/7 protection.
They're having issues hooking the
I think
car
we
to the
just
truck.
invented that. This is the best day ever.
Well, I
They'll figure it out. Hook the fucking truck up to the fucking thing.
If this is your idea of ladylike, you're gonna fit right in. Join us at Toyota Racing.
Bottomless confidence, clean and skid free. Drop your pants and show off your dude wipes, clean undies.
Switch to Dude Wipes, the wet, flushable wipe that clears instead of smears. Dude Wipes, best clean, hands down.
What causes a curve down there? Is it Peyronie's disease? Will it get worse? How common is it? Can I talk to? Can this be treated?
Stop typing, start talking to a specialized urologist because it could be Peyronie's disease, or PD. It's a medical condition where there is a curve in the erection caused by a formation of scar tissue, and an estimated 1 in 10 men may have it. But PD can be treated even without surgery. Say goodbye to searching online. Find a specialized urologist who can diagnose PD and build a treatment plan with you. Visit makeapdplan.com today.
At Cracker Barrel, we're putting a little sting in every bite of our fried chicken. But our new sweet heat sauce will have you saying, ooh, not ow. What are you waiting for? Buzz on in and try it. And now, get here early for deals on dinner classics.
Make sure to download the official app of NASCAR.
So yeah, my thing didn't stop right when the caution came out, so I'll wait 1 lap to restart the timer.
You can download and start a free trial today. Beautiful day here in Long Pond, Pennsylvania, and Justin Allgaier right now running in the.
Is Bob Pockrass the best NASCAR reporter of all time? Yeah.
Start to the race as he would have liked, Rick, but then he noticed how Chandler
Easily.
Smith drove it so deep into turn 1. Here was his comments. Listen in.
I don't know, dude. This 81 shipped it down into 1. I couldn't put both feet on the brakes and stopped as hard as he did right there. So definitely something to look at there.
So, Steve, how much do you want your driver kind of commenting on other cars and what they're able to do versus what you're able to do in your race car, and maybe going back and studying that during the week?
Well, I like it because when Allgaier gets back to work, he's going to forget that moment, right? So tell me what you saw, when you saw it. We'll take notes. We'll look into it. We'll try to see if there's an advantage there. You know, you can't take it personal. He's just telling you what that car is doing that your car won't do. That's how you improve. And I agree with Allgaier. I know the move he's talking about. That move into turn one, the 81 was carrying a lot of speed. He needed both lanes to make the corner, Rick, but it was a successful pass.
The cleanup continues in turn one, where Dawson Cram got into that corner, and Jeff Burton joining us.
Vince Welsh or Jerry
You were
Punch.
just over there in turn one. We're talking
Dr.
about
Jerry Punch was
difficult
good,
drivers
but as a pit
to
reporter.
deal with. Obviously, a brake issue for Dawson Cram. That's the worst thing.
Yeah, I know. I forgot to pause it. Or no, I didn't forget to pause it. I paused it, and then the thing didn't pause. So I'm just gonna wait a lap after,
going into it, you're actually
like once they cross the line again, I'll restart it.
It's very intimidating, and you know you have to be committed. Like the only way you're going to make lap time around here is to attack that corner, go to the throttle as quick as you can once you get down there. And you know it's one of those places you do not want to have a mechanical failure, or tire failure, or brake failure. Because you just cannot get the car slowed down.
We talked about Chandler Smith. We heard what Justin Allgaier had to say. Let's take a look at it, right? So green flag. They're heading down into turn one. Already carrying quite a bit of speed. Third car in line. He turns left, gets underneath the 7, but then watch how much speed he carries into the corner. I mean, he's a good car length deeper than the 7. The 7 goes back to the gas while the 81's trying to slow down. He just kind of overdrives it, Jeff, and slides up to the middle.
Yeah, one thing that's interesting, though, see, he doesn't gain that much on the 9 car. He gained just a little bit. I think that what Allgaier's talking about is the disadvantage that he has, not necessarily the advantage that the 81 had, because he didn't gain, a car length and a half on the 9. He gained maybe a half a car length. And I think that what Justin's concern is, how do I combat that? What do I do on the next restart to be able to get down in the corner as hard as some of these other guys can?
Yeah, Chandler Smith, you saw that move, but that does not mean the car is great. He said it's on the verge of unmanageable, especially if someone's on his outside. So he felt he got lucky clearing into on the initial start because he felt like he was chasing it up the track.
Jesse Love on pit road.
It was running 25th, so it didn't give up a whole lot of track position. He had to start at the back because of adjustments. So you saw him jack it up and look under the back of the car. Not sure what it could be. This is one of those tracks where...
I bet the 2009 World Series was a pain to watch. That was before I was a baseball fan, so...
Really efficient on your rear end cooling and some other things. So maybe they're just checking on things, putting a little bit of fuel in the car.
The 2, the 15, the 19...
Forever thumbnail, Truex Jr. tomorrow, Sam's worst nightmare. What?
Into the rear because of inspection failure. You had to do a pass-through once we did get the green...
What do you mean, forever thumbnail? Is the forever thing in my fucking thumbnail? Oh my god, it is. That's terrible. That's terrible.
What a beautiful site this is. Mentioned 3,700 campsites, all sold out in the infield.
And, Rick, when people go to Talladega for the first time, they kind of go, my goodness, it's big.
I wish the steering issue don't even go.
We can't really do it justice just how big this facility is when you get here in person. I mean, from where we stand all the way across to the tunnel, it's such a distance.
It's a party. It's a big party.
You're just down there. You didn't want to come up?
Yeah, like I said, I'll just wait a lap after this restarts to, once they cross the line again, I'll start the timer.
Again, Creed and Jones will make up row 1, and they're in the same position they were at the start of the race.
And watch that 17 of William Byron. He was in that same position Chandler Smith was in. I think that's the first car you're going to see pop out of line.
Back in front of the grandstands.
And back green.
A little better start this time. Help with the 81. Chandler Smith giving the 18 a little push, maybe a little too much. Had to catch it, and here comes the 9 again.
What a great start by the 18, rolling the top, using the momentum, bringing the 81, his Joe Gibbs Racing teammate with him. The 21, 3 wide on the bottom, puts it down to 2 wide for the tunnel.
Brendan Jones falls in line behind the 17 of William Byron. What a great shot. How long does that camera matter?
Well, if we lose a camera, somebody's going to lose some fenders. Because if you touch that grass,
See the 21 on the bottom of the racetrack. The 2 Ford teammates on the outside kind of drafting each other, pushing each other down the front straightaway and just pushed him straight by the 21 uphill.
Jeff, I think this is a track where you can't take every run. Sometimes, if it's a little too late, you just have to push the car in front of you and try to gap. As you see, Allgaier gets a really nice run. He's going to take a look on the 81.
Yeah, that was a situation where Chandler Smith kind of got held up by
Reliability is shit for Kyle this year. Yeah.
Couldn't do anything with it. Had to check up a little bit, and that allowed Allgaier to get that position. That's kind of what you talked about, Steve. Not that Chandler did anything wrong in that situation, but it's such a momentum-based racetrack. The 39 to seed going the wrong way at the bottom of the screen.
Off the pace just a bit, but gains it back as he chases after the 16 of A.J. Allmendinger. Oh, and also slow is the 9 of Brandon Jones. Must have had an issue there in 3.
And Allgaier's going to try to go for the lead down to 81. 3 wide on top. 3 wide for the lead into turn 1.
Allgaier has the advantage on the inside, and Allgaier leading in Pocono now. Chandler Smith, though, hugging that yellow line, and we'll see if he stays on the back bumper of Allgaier down the long.
Truex is a douchebag. Yeah, that's what that makes him.
Oh, no, 15 of Josh Berry in. Looks a bit on the schedule. Right side tires looking up. Let's take the left side tires. I don't know if he has a flat or what's happened.
Josh Berry on pit
We're
road.
hearing a flat tire on the 15. You see right here, now we're looking for left sides to put on the car. Pit crew not even ready to change tires, so a very slow stop. Those are the small things that smaller teams just need to work on for execution. You have to be ready all the time. He's going to lose a lap as the 9 continues to go backwards.
Brandon Jones falling back.
For some reason is Brandon Jones. He looks like he's coming to pit road now.
Yeah, I think he has a tire down on this car, or at least it's driving like it.
Dom's favorite driver is Larson, you dumbass.
A really good qualifying effort. The race started, he looked good. Kim, coming to you, Kim.
Yeah, had a rear tire gonna go down. They are gonna change all 4 on this. And such a blow to them after what a great qualifying effort they had, but a lot of strategy still ahead in the race. Maybe they can find a way to get back to the front.
Well, and this little pit stop, this is the track that you could have pitted and not lost a lap. Now, with all that time on the right front wheel, I believe the 9's going to absolutely lose a lap as we see the leaders now on the top of the screen heading into turn 3. They're going to come off from turn 3 at speed, and I believe lap the 9 car into turn 1. All because of the slope.
What did you do? Mr. Broadcast. There you go.
Allgaier is going to go right by him before Brandon Jones can even get off of pit road. Chandler Smith about 3 car lengths behind him. Cole Custer, Creed, and Fire in the top 5. Here comes Austin Hill in the 21 going by the 16 of Allmendinger.
We're already halfway through the stage. I mean, this is happening.
Who else misses NBCSN? I miss it.
Cars working together there as we see Hill pushing the 17 of William Byron.
Pushing him a little further into the corner than William wanted. You saw the back of the
I don't like that logo at the top of the corner. It doesn't like light up for the color of the flag. Yeah.
He wanted either. Several of the cars that we just thought had so much speed in practice. Ryan Seed, he's back to 10th. We thought he would be going towards him. Several of them struggling.
Like sliding the front so bad.
Sliding the front so bad. That's the radio of the 18. So he's tight. Here's the 9 of Brandon Jones.
And he's a lap down, remember? Yeah, him off the pit road a little later.
Now for Jones, it's really to try to be the first car 1 lap down at the end of this stage to get his lap back. Currently it's Jones.
Oh yeah, it did clear. The bullpen's
The
benches clearing incident in the Yankees-Orioles game last night.
Yeah, pushing right there into the tunnel.
Still out front, Allgaier, chased by Chandler Smith, Custer, Byron, and Hill all in the top 5.
Okay, ideas. Where are we going?
I got one.
What about a comedy show?
I've seen you. I've swiped on you. No. Okay.
Oh, I got an idea.
I feel hungry.
Let's go.
Whatever your vibe.
Tacos.
Definitely tacos.
Find it in the all-new, all-hybrid Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
Everywhere but the seat. The seat is leather.
Oh, forget it. You love your bike. We do too. That's why we're America's #1 motorcycle insurer. If you have to wedge it into everything.
What? Don't do that. It's reminds me of my bike. The wolf was about the size of my new motorcycle. Have you seen it, by the way? Happy birthday, Grandma! Look how the brushstrokes follow the line of the gas tank. Hey! Grandma +1.
Twitch wiped all NASCAR streamers, so they don't stream on Twitch.
Couldn't tell, is it safe around here? Sometimes. No eyebrows?
Homes.com.
Looking for a refreshing change? Say goodbye to sluggish performance. Reach for the one that won't slow you down. That's good. Experience the force of clean, pure oil coursing through your engine. No matter what you drive, Rick's Filters is the clear choice. Here's to filtration that works as hard as you do. Rick's Premium Filters. Performance starts here.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousness.
They say you can't put a price on fun, but they don't know what the heck they're talking about. Fun's now $1.99 at Sonic with creamy queso wraps and more. Take that, they. The Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99.
Who's up for a little bit of chaos? A dash of drama. A touch of tender. Who's down to take to the streets? To bring the triumph. To hit the bricks. Who's going for a little fireworks between friends? See, that's a trick question. With the playoffs coming, there are no friends. One day, William Ripley is back. Bound for revenge and more. Raw, Monday at 8, only on USA.
Join NASCAR's free rewards program, and you can start earning points that turn into member-only rewards. So trade those points in for free tickets, exclusive gear, autographed merchandise. Just visit NASCAR.com/fan-rewards. Ryan Seed in that 39 getting in front of Creed. Riding along with Toyota on board of Creed again. After Creed started up front, he has dropped back and running in the 9th position now.
And you see, he just does not have the grip that the guys he's racing with. They're able to drive in the corner further, use less brake, let the car roll, go to the throttle sooner. So, Creed complaining about being free on Main Street and tight on exit. Big adjustment coming for this car. This track, Steve, is going to continue to change. Only 5 laps to go in this stage. It will continue to change throughout the day.
And I think that's why we're seeing such a shift from practice. First cars on the track today. It was cooler this morning. We saw Cup Series practice, a lot of laps. Track is definitely starting to take some rubber as we see Josh Berry smoke on the back of the car.
Oh yeah, that's Josh Berry's got a flat tire. That could be a caution, but I think he'll make it around.
It looked like I had a little bit of a left rear rub, which didn't shock me the way they run these cars very, very low. But it seems like that rub might have gotten worse because this is the second left side flat for the 15.
So unfortunate for Josh Berry and the 15 team. There he was a lap down. Looks like he'll go more than that as Cole Custer gets by at 81.
Is Haley a guy now?
To second now. Let's listen into the 18 radio.
Did I say Haley Deegan when I meant to say Josh Berry?
So tight, like I just slide the front tire is everywhere. I'm sliding up right now, and I'm not even trying to.
All right, so too low. What he's saying is not balanced, not like the front tire, we need to take wedge out or something. He's wondering if it's just on the splitter. This splitter material is kind of weird. Think of it like a wax paper or a wax plywood. And when it sits on the racetrack, it just smears across the racetrack, and it takes the weight off the front tires, and you slide. That's what he's wondering.
Dale Jarrett and I were standing on pit road. Remember, he was on the pole. His car was right behind us, and it was sitting on the racetrack. The splitter was already, the left side of the splitter was touching the racetrack already, sitting on pit road, and
His car was obviously the lowest. Others were low as well. His was the lowest. DJ looked at me and said, "How's that going to work?" And right now, it's not working very well. Well, so I don't think you don't want to take the time to raise the front of the car, but if you drop the back, it pivots about the front tire, so it actually raises the...
Sheldon has fallen from the pole position down to 9th place so far. Not good.
See right there, look at him just turn the wheel, Jeff, and wait.
How about Allgaier?
Rick, you and Steve and I were talking this morning. It's already warmer than we thought it would be, Steve, right here in Pocono today. To that point, Justin Allgaier plus 25 on the temperatures, and just a moment ago, plus 30. So they're a little concerned here. Jim Pullman told them a moment ago, we're going to pull some tape off the grill. That should cool us down and get us to where we need. But I guess, Steve, did the temperatures catch people off guard? And when you pull tape, how's that going to affect the handling of the car?
Well, I don't know if the temperatures caught them off guard or it's just a racetrack. If you're going to miss it, you want to miss it with a little extra tape. Tape has had so much value. It reduces drag and increases downforce. Rarely do you have things that are a win-win, but that's a win-win. The concern is engine temperature, so peel a little tape. As we see now, the 8 get to the inside of the 18. It'll take away a little front downforce and, add a little bit of drag, but you have to have the engine cool enough.
So we're on the final lap of stage 1 now. Sheldon Creed is just battling to keep a stage point, but it doesn't look like he's going to. God damn it, man.
I don't know, it just started turning and you instantly grab your binoculars to make sure you don't pick up a piece of trash. That magical front downforce.
It's the final lap of stage 1. Allgaier having a 4-second lead over Cole Custer and Chandler Smith.
This Creed battle with Sam Ayers for the final point that will be made. So it's going to be a battle trying to hold that one off.
Top of your screen is the 7 of Allgaier.
Yeah, what is Liam Lawson ever going to do? Like, show up to F1? Seems like I've heard that name for like a few years now and still hasn't shown up.
Allgaier.
So Justin Allgaier wins stage 1 at Pocono.
More than double any other driver, and that's his 4th Pocono stage win. So Allgaier, who has raced here the most in 8 races, with the best finish of 2nd, now wins stage 1. We're one of the top 10, grabbing some points with the exception of William Byron as he runs full-time in the Cup Series. But Allgaier wins the stage.
I will be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to go smoke.
Sieg and Smith. Rose Creed grabbing a point.
WeatherTech products are designed and manufactured in America using only American raw materials. Most competitors make things 7,000 miles away and then wonder why they don't fit. With WeatherTech in your vehicle, you may hear angels singing as you marvel. How do they do it? Simple. American technology and American workers deliver quality, not imported junk for a few bucks less. Get the world's best floor liners and support America. Find your fit at WT.com.
At Cracker Barrel, we're putting a little sting in every bite of our fried chicken. But our new sweet heat sauce will have you saying, ooh, not ow. What are you waiting for? Buzz on in and try it. And now, get here early for deals on dinner classics.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
They say you can't put a price on fun, but they don't know what the heck they're talking about. Fun's now $1.99 at Sonic with creamy queso wraps and more. Take that, they. The Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99.
I love this moment when the audience knows the show's about to begin. A great show tells a great story. It transports you. It makes you feel. This summer, one of our greatest stories will be told in a way we've never seen before. When the opening ceremony of the Paris Olympics is staged here on the Seine, the wait is almost over.
This is the GMC Sierra, powered by the TurboMax engine, with the confidence of 430 pound-feet of best-in-class standard torque. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Get 1.9% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models, or current eligible GMC owners get over $7,800 total value. We are professional grade GMC.
More people play slots at Turning Stone for more chances to win. More jackpots like these. At Turning Stone, we're turning you into a winner. Turning Stone Resort Casino.
I just couldn't stay in shape like I used to. But luckily, I found Nugenix.
Nugenix is a unique man-boosting formula that helps increase your free testosterone levels. To get a complimentary bottle, text RANK to 369369.
NBC Sports coverage of NASCAR on USA is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Credit One Bank, NASCAR American Express card. And by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. Pit road is open as Allgaier wins stage 1. And we'll see just how busy these crews get. Brandon Jones will get the free pass. He was 35th and the first car a lap down as they come to you now, Kim.
And snug is the word from Cole Custer, top left. Jonathan Toney, the crew chief, going to free him up just a little bit with some air pressure and chassis adjustment for fresh Goodyear tires, snow coat fuel. As you see, Chandler Smith, top right, he said, I am losing time off one, waiting on the front end to turn. Also need more lateral, so Marty, they'll look for adjustment there.
Another playoff point in the bank for Justin Allgaier. He said really good on the entry and exit of turns 1 and 3. Turn 2 just a little bit too tight. They pulled that tape off to cool the car down. Meanwhile, William Byron in the 17 bottom right, he said, I'm at my limit for how much I can be tight in the center of the corner. Track bar and air pressure adjustment for the 17 group break.
Pretty good race off pit road. Cole Custer is going to win it just in front of Allgaier. Riley Herbst with a good advancement on pit road, gaining 4 spots. That's how it looked coming across the line at the exit of pit road. See if we can dial up the driver of the 7. All right, let's listen in, make sure.
Sorry, I was trying to get all we could there. Probably too early for that. No, you're good. Did I? Wiggle your wires again. I didn't get the guy in the 42 box, did I? No, he's good. I did for it. Like, hooked up right as I went by him and hung me left. So then I lifted to not hit him, and I screwed myself right there. Awesome stop, boys. Great stop.
So you hear the 7 and those guys, we're going to talk to them, but first let's see what they're diagnosing. The pit stop looked good. He talks about leaving, I think, Jeff. Is that what you sounds like to you? That there's someone in the box in front of him and maybe he has to go around or the... I'm trying to see. It looked funny because I thought the jack dropped like he was going to beat the 00 right here, and then he leaves. Oh, he goes around that tire carrier, and then it kind of right there spins the back of the car out a little bit, almost sidestep. That was pretty crazy looking.
Yeah, I'm a little confused about what they were talking about. But yes, that looked odd. Why don't you find out, Steve?
Let's see if we talk to him. Hey, Justin, it's Latar and the guys in the booth. You got a copy?
Okay. Yes, Steve, go ahead.
Well, man, smooth first stage. Looked great. We're listening on your radio. Looked like you had a little bit of issue kind of accelerating out of the box. But other than that, all sails up. How's everything feeling?
Back here. Was the most important thing on pit road. And I kind of hooked up at the wrong time and almost clipped the guy in the box.
Justin Allgaier
Not do that, so
sent to the rear for equipment interference.
I mean, the balance that we have right now is really good. I know that 00 that's right there in front of me, he's got a really good race car too, so we just got to manage the day well, do all the right things. Pace is definitely there, balance is there. Just managing the day is going to be most important. But effort that the team's put in, Hendrick into shop, obviously. Everybody at Chevrolet and everybody at Junior Bar Sports, really proud of the effort we're getting right now.
All right, thanks for taking the time, bud.
And Steve wisely got off the radio.
I don't want to give him the bad news.
NASCAR is about to give him some bad news that they had equipment interference on that pit stop.
Apparently there is a few small cells to the northwest.
Penalty.
So that could be a thing.
I've heard of
but
Vic Allen, which is
they're just very small.
Somebody's going to win and they have a tire failure. This is the first Steve Latar. It's the first time.
I'm a little surprised Steve didn't tell him.
All right, so I think we have a look at exactly what happened. So equipment interference means that your tire has basically interfered with others. I think this is a bit of a tough call for the 7 of Justin Allgaier. Take a look at this right front tire right here. So when it goes back to the wall, it's not, remember, it used to have uncontrolled tires, all those things. But in this situation, it rolls into the other pit box. I don't believe, well, if we back that up one time, I was looking at the gas man. So I can make an argument that it didn't involve the gas man.
Justin Allgaier got a penalty. Oh, I thought the car was backing up. They just put it in reverse for a second. I was like, what is that guy doing?
Because of that tire.
They just put it in reverse.
It's in their box. So while I don't think it dramatically interfered, you don't get to pick whether you're completely in bounds or completely out of bounds. If you interfere with another pit stop, their tire left the 7th pit box. I thought it was the gas man. It didn't interfere with the gas man. It ended up sitting there, and then the tire changer, who would like to go out straight and make a nice, long left turn to the rear of the car, had to stutter step and go around the 7th tire. So, by intent of the rule, I believe that is the right call for NASCAR. Let's move into the 7th.
Oh my God, bro! You're not gonna believe this. What's that? Go. I'm just gonna be quiet. We'll talk about it after the race, and I'll show it to you.
So that's the same frustration. So the point is this: they're frustrated, as we see the choose right here, because they don't believe that they really affected the pit stop. And I can see that argument because I believe the car in front of them were doing a relatively non-competitive pit stop, kind of walking through the motions. But the intent is, I believe it has to be refereed the same. It's your responsibility to keep your tires from interfering with other cars. Now, let's be clear. If the car in front of them wasn't pitting, then that tire could occupy that space, which is odd, but that's how the rule is written. Instead of these uncontrolled tires, they allow everyone to do their business until you interferes with other pit box. You see the coach looking at it. It's a tough call, and it's going to be an uphill battle. You see the frustration shaking the head for the pit coach.
Well, what would be frustrating for me as the pit coach is what if the guy on the pit wall moved back a little bit to make it interference? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
But they have that whole box, so he can use any part of that box.
I understand, but it's look. I agree with Steve. You have to be consistent with the calls, and it's a tight call. It's a ball to front kind of thing. There's no doubt that the
truck race is boring.
So
it sounded like a good race to miss. Yeah.
I can understand the frustration of the pit crew, but there's no question. The tire's in there, and it is interfering with the tire change.
So here's the thing. A man has his hand on it. So if we roll it forward, what I would be coaching is, look, get it. Like, paddle it back to us. He's kind of just holding it now. I know he's losing his balance, but that tire changer, without a doubt, he wants to come out and around his car, and he's forced to kind of go straight up. It definitely interfered with the path of that tire changer in that tire changer's pit box. By rule, that is a penalty. Now, you don't have to like it, but it's still a penalty.
So in all of this chaos of that pit road stuff, Jesse Love stayed out. So he is leading this race. Remember, he was on pit road at the caution before the stage in and got some fuel. So he last pitted on lap 5, and he is going to be leading this race.
Getting ready for the restart. This extended aerial coverage of the Explorer the Pocono Mountains 225 brought to you by Shady Rays.
So when we go green, we'll only have 15 laps in stage 2. Green flag.
Riley Herbst trying to block there as Chandler Smith in the 81 works to the inside. 3 wide now for third. William Byron takes the spot from that outside line. And the race for the lead still on. Here comes Custer on the inside.
Oh, big block by the 00, Rick. Blocked that 17's run. William Byron calmly gets back in line. And he'll remember that. If he has an opportunity, he's going to try to take that pass.
Big wiggle.
Yeah, Jesse Love on the right rear quarter panel, the 00 of Custer. That slowed the 00 down. Cole is clearly quicker, but if Jesse can stay right there, which he can't, Cole takes the spot. 17.
Woo! Oh, yeah, that's a 17 in the wall. He might have a tire. Yeah, it looks like he has a tire issue.
Yeah, he was wiggling the car.
Nope, that's going to be a caution.
If he can get onto pit road.
That's going to be a caution.
He could not get slowed up enough. He would have had to stop in front of everybody. That was a wise decision to keep going. It may not work out well for the race, but at least he didn't get wrecked.
At least he has a flat. So out front is Custer. Then Jesse Love, Chandler Smith, Riley Herbst, Austin Hill. Sheldon Creed's made his way back up to 6th. Sam Mayer 7th. Allmendinger, Sammy Smith, and Taylor Gray are the top 10. Yellow
Caution.
That could be debris and maybe a tire carcass or something off of the 17. Actually, he had a tire issue.
And actually, a break for the 17, right? The fact that it didn't come off, now he can get to pit road, assuming no damage to the car, can stay in the lead lap. Steve, this is the 3rd car we have seen with a tire puncture right after a restart. And I don't know why, but it's not a coincidence. So we've seen 3 of them. If I was driving the race car and I'm knowing this, I am staying in the groove of the racetrack. I am not swerving out of the groove. Marty, I'm staying in the groove to try to quit this from happening.
Jeff William Byron's one.
I can't wait for you and Dom's exclusive Pocono video. Oh, like our OnlyFans. Sam gets pegged by Dom in the Pocono Mountains.
Right side tires, but because that carcass came off and it got the caution, they're going to change 4 tires here. Massive break for William Byron and this team, because as slow as he was going, he would have definitely gone down a lap at that, making a pit stop there, even changing just right side tires. Rick.
Saw him wiggling through tunnel turn in 2, and then the tire goes down in 3.
When we're young, we're told anything is possible, but only a few of us go out and prove it.
Jaden, how much are you going to pay for that video?
All on a connection worthy of gold. Xfinity Mobile. Only Xfinity gives you the most powerful mobile Wi-Fi network with speeds up to a gig in millions of locations. And right now, Xfinity Internet customers can buy 1 unlimited line and get 1 free for a year. Get the fastest connection to Paris with Xfinity.
You paid big bucks for that?
We're putting a little sting in every bite of our fried chicken. But our new sweet heat sauce will have you saying, ooh, not ow. What are you waiting for? Buzz on in and try it. And now, get here early for
Give me Royals and Red Sox about to start. I thought they played at 7. You fucking kidding me? I mean, I probably wasn't going to watch it anyway, honestly, but I thought they were playing at 7.
We're looking for you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
It's been said that when someone you love has Parkinson's, you have Parkinson's. If you have questions, the Parkinson's Foundation has answers. To learn more, please go to Parkinson's.
So I'm sure if you guys are wondering if I'll be live for the MLB All-Star Game on Tuesday night, I will. My plan was to, I wasn't going to request it off, but if I had it off, I would stream it. Like, I wasn't going to, like, request it off to watch that, because I don't really care, but if I did get it off, then I'm going to stream it, so yeah. I will be streaming the All-Star Game.
Why do dude wipes clean better?
Is it extra large?
Because they're flushable.
Because obviously wet cleans better than dry. Let's watch. The wet side clears, while the dry just smears.
It's just like our butts. Dude wipes. Best clean, pants down.
The Barn Bar. The county's best hangout. Just got better. Here's the Living Smooth. With the always smooth, easy drinking Keystone Light.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
They say you can't put a price on fun, but they don't know what the heck they're talking about. Fun's now $1.99 at Sonic with creamy queso wraps and more. Take that, they. The Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99.
Look out, guys, look out, guys, look out, guys.
Kind of in shock. I don't know what to say to you guys.
We got it! Oh, yeah! Hell yeah, any kind of boy.
They can boo my rock out here in a few years.
You can boo my rock out here in a few years.
So many interesting moments happening here in Pocono, and again, a lot of racing this weekend. The TT IndyCar Series racing from Iowa. That's tonight on NBC at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow, they'll be back on track at noon for the second race there in Iowa. That's again on NBC. And then tomorrow on USA, Countdown to Green and Cup Series racing here in Pocono will be embedded with the 12 team and the 38 team of Ryan Blaney and Todd Gilliland in Stage 2. All right, guys, from what we saw in practice and qualifying, you see a favorite in tomorrow's race on the Cup side.
Well, Joe Gibbs racing 3 of the top 4 in qualifying, had good race pace, obviously good takeoff pace as well. I feel pretty good about that team.
What I saw is that there were a lot of cars that had overall decent
So yeah, there are a few cells northwest of the track, but I don't even think they're going to hit them, and if they do, they're kind of moving slowly, so it might not happen during the race, and even if it does, it might just be, it looks super, super small.
Marty, what was going on with the 17 here?
Yeah, just checked in with Greg Ives to see what happened on the right rear tire, and there you see what is left of the right rear tire. After it went down, William Byron made contact with the wall with the right side as well. Greg told me he can find nothing wrong with the tire, and he's not sure to answer William Byron's question as to why that happened. But Byron did not lose a lap in the process, but he is shotgun on the field, but on the lead lap.
Long ways back, the free pass went to Josh Berry. He's still a lap down. Multiple laps, 2 laps down. So Josh Berry will be just 1 lap down now.
And William Byron certainly did not want this to happen and started the back. But I got to tell you, when you're a Cup driver running Xfinity, you're not racing for points, it's fun. Like to go in the back and just be able to try to pass everybody and get yourself back up front. There's no pressure. You're here to have a good time. You're here to learn a little bit of something about the racetrack. But it's not the end of the day for those guys. It wouldn't surprise me one bit for them to pop up late in the race and be contending for this win.
Allmendinger and the Celsius on board. Looking back to Sheldon Creed from the Toyota on board. Getting ready for the restart here, and this time Cole Custer will be in the 0 on the outside. Jesse Love will be on the inside in 2.
Race really hasn't had a rhythm to it. We had that long run. Everybody came in, made adjustments to their cars, Steve. We don't know who made the best adjustments or not.
Well, we're going to have 10 to go in the stage where we take the green here, so you're not even going to get a rhythm here.
And Love decided to take that outside line behind Cole Custer, so that puts Chandler Smith on the front row on the inside. Austin Hill behind him.
I like that move for a driver on older tires.
We'll see how Jesse Love does. Again, he's in row 2, Cole Custer in row 1. Back to the restart zone.
Back green.
Austin Hill pushing the 81 of Chandler Smith. Can he push him past?
Only 10 to go on the stage.
Allmendinger gets out of line. Custer fighting back on the outside. They're side by side. Aggressive move by Austin Hill, takes second away. And Love has fallen back to 4th.
See Allmendinger right here underneath the 2, Jesse Love. But behind Jesse Love is a pusher, trying to get him back by Allmendinger. Let's see if this works out for AJ. You talked about it, Steve. Sometimes making a pass here, attempting a pass, isn't the right thing to do because you lose momentum. That's a good example of it right there. And now Allmendinger needs to slide in here. Nope, can't do it. It's the one of Mayer. Mayer's going to push. Here comes C. There you go. Allmendinger tried to make the pass, didn't make it happen, lost 6 spots.
It's a triangle.
Quickly has the momentum. We'll see if he can clear 2 for 1.
2 of those 6 are right there. Get them back.
Does that mean that this track is like the Illuminati?
Another example. It's just, this is a very unique racetrack. If you ever lose momentum on corner exit, the straights are so long, you will pay the price. They'll come flying from behind you.
Side by side through turn 1.
This is the problem. What is that, 9 or 10 cars all lined up? So if you jump out of line and the pass doesn't work, you're going to lose spots like Jeff was saying. They all stay pretty organized.
Top 4 separated by 1.8 seconds. Custer, Chandler Smith, Austin Hill, and Riley Herbst.
Comes Allmendinger trying to jump on the outside of Jesse Love. We saw this a while ago. Took 2 laps for Allmendinger to get back to the 2 car. Now no pressure from behind.
Trenton Motor Mile. It actually is one of the straightaways is based on.
Car all the way to the bottom. That's the 26 of Corey Heim. Won the truck race yesterday.
Is the Trenton Motor Mile, and then the other one is Indianapolis is the front stretch. I forgot what the other one is though.
Mayer's got to come in. Oh no, Mayer's got to come to his aid. Hand out the window. Thanks.
I don't know.
See,
I don't know, Andy. I've wondered that too.
The 8 jumped up on the outside. Now Mayer's in a tough spot in that 1 car. Look how loose he is. Sammy Smith in the 8 taking the air off the spoiler. Now, in my opinion, Sammy's in the preferred spot. That 8 car should be able to roll the middle of the corner.
Milwaukee, that's right. Yeah.
Down this long straightaway.
Josh Williams in the 11 falling back. 20 right stretch going by.
You have to complete these passes, and here comes the 7. Trying to get back to the front. Wow, way loose there, Steve.
Yeah, big moment. Nice job by the 26 to even save the race car. And you see it right there in one
What
shot.
makes you believe that,
14
Andy?
Race cars.
Oh.
The 7, as you mentioned, making a move already. That's him. First car out of line, kind of at the right side of your screen. Allgaier continues to recover from that penalty. He's going to try to get inside the top 10 here with 6 to go. He's just inside the top 15 right now. Next car in front of him, the 48 of Parker Kligerman. Out into the 13th position. Marty.
Only is the 7 car moving forward with Justin Allgaier. How about William Byron? 15 spots.
Bob
since
says
the
sells
restart.
north.
He has said 0
Yeah.
about the car. Trey Poole, who
But
is
they're
actually chasing
probably
that
not
spot,
gonna hit.
is working with William Byron today, and all he's doing is saying clear and clear, and he gets another spot there from Jeff Burton. What did you say, Jeff? It's fun as a Cup Series regular to start at the back in an Xfinity Series field. I think William Byron's having fun right now.
Oh yeah, that's some of the most fun you ever have. It's just a different level of focus and relaxation. Like when you go drive an Xfinity car, this is top-notch racing. It's super intense, but it's a step down from Cup. And you walk in there and it's just no pressure. And it's an advantage as a driver not having that pressure.
Best non-Kyle Busch moment? Dude, that is a loaded
But
question.
if you're a young Xfinity driver, you're trying to make your way and you wreck it.
I mean, Kyle Busch probably wasn't even in the best moment. I mean,
It's just a completely different mindset.
that's such a hard question. Like, because I'd have to even just say, like, the best moment in NASCAR history was obviously the wall ride, you know?
Trying to get by Corey Heim and Jesse Love.
That wasn't Kyle Busch, so I guess, yeah, that.
Radio, who has a 3.3 second lead.
I'll help you manage the gap here. 81's running P2 about 25-30 back. I'll try and stretch it so people can't short hit it. Yeah, that's good. Try to save us a little bit on your tire if you can here, though.
A lot to dissect there. So let's talk about stretch to short pit. That's the first conversation. And the point is, if he can pull off in front of this pack and gap these guys by over 10 seconds, they're not going to feel like they can come to pit road. The interesting thing is there's a bunch of guys just inside of 10 seconds, his whole group of cars. So you might see some cars pit coming to 3 to go right here. We'll see if anybody pits. I believe the 2 of Jesse Love's going to have to pit. He stayed out before, and I don't think he's going to be alone. There you go, the 2 and the 1.
All right, so a few people are pitting.
Into the stage. Both locked up tires coming to pit road.
Fucking Jesse Love might have gotten a penalty there because I didn't see him lock up the tires. Apparently Sam Mayer locked him up. They might have both gotten penalties.
Jesse Love, he said, I'm too tight center to exit. This is going to be the first set of fresh Goodyear tires.
So they're doing that thing.
Machine today. You see the chassis adjustment.
It's almost like the road course strategy.
Under green. Looks a little slow, Marty.
Marty Lindley and I talked about this exact scenario this morning, Kim, and they were close to that cut line from being able to pit here, but they were outside getting any stage points, so he brought him down pit road, still 2 free for Sam Mayer. Let's see where he blends out and if he stays ahead of Cole Custer.
So I like the call because they'll get track position, assuming you stay in the lead lap. Now here's the problem. They're back on the racetrack, but they're going so slow compared to that 00 right there.
They probably won't go a lap down.
Sure
Jesse Love might,
1.
actually.
But remember, they still have to run these next 2 laps and stay in front of the 00. We'll see if Custer can make any ground.
No, I don't think they'll go a lap down.
1, I think they're going to be okay. The 2 is the closer car to the 00 than the 1. There's the 00. Yeah, I think both of those cars are going to be all right.
Fresher tires helps them out a little bit.
Yeah, fresher tires. Plus only 2 laps.
That puts a ton of pressure on the pit crews. They couldn't make a mistake. None of them made a big enough mistake to get themselves in trouble. Neither driver made a mistake getting on pit road. You have to be perfect in those situations.
And now if you're the 00, we're hearing that radio about either trying to gap those guys or save a little. What he's thinking about doing is we can save a little gas and save a little tire. I don't think he's going to pit at the end of the stage. I think he's going to run into the next stage and then only pit one more time to finish the race. Kim.
And Steve, the interesting note on that strategy is after stage 1, when they saw Jesse Love stay out on old tires, Jonathan Toney, the crew chief for Cole Custer, made note of that, told his driver Jesse was able to manage those older tires. Let's keep that in the back.
So this is the final lap of stage 2. Cole Custer has the lead.
Told to manage those tires at the end of this run. I wouldn't be surprised if they make it a one-stop race.
Creed did make his way back up to 7th in this stage.
Think about that too, Rick. He started basically last. He stayed out and he pitted right there from 8th. So they only fallen back to 8th. So interesting. Kind of pay attention, right? Watch what else it's doing.
Cole Custer is out front by 4 seconds now. He's maintaining that gap. It's impressive. Chandler Smith is second. Hill, Herbst, and Sieg all top 5.
All right, so Cole Custer is going to win stage 2.
And it's going to be the 3rd stage win this year for Cole Custer. Second, Pocono. Chandler Smith, Hill, Herbst.
I actually do see some clouds in the back.
Holding their spots in the top 5.
But, alrighty.
A little bit further back.
I'll be back in just a few minutes.
Creed, Sammy Smith, Corey Heim, and Justin Allgaier has worked his way back up inside of the top 10 after having to start at the back for his equipment interference. Tire going down for William Byron. He battled all the way back up to 12th.
When my doctor gave me Breasttree for my COPD, things changed for me. Breasttree gave me better breathing, symptom improvement, and reduced flare-ups.
Breasttree won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breasttree more than prescribed. Breasttree may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about Breasttree.
Pepsi Pineapple is back and only available at Little Caesars. It sounds delicious. Launch me, boys.
Available only at Little Caesars. Pizza.
What's the square root of 5?
Some things just add up, like the 2x2x2 at IHOP. 2 eggs your way, 2 bacon strips, and 2 buttermilk pancakes. Monday through Friday, all for $6.
I cannot keep pushing like this.
Oh, this is a tough competition.
This season is no joke.
I don't know if I can jump.
This is starting to feel like torture.
I'll do whatever it takes.
We don't want to go home. We'll go till I die. I don't care.
You will be given no food for this competition.
Yeah, make it or you don't.
Let's go!
Race to Survive New Zealand. New episodes Mondays at 11 on USA.
Here's summer. Work or play, Toyota Tacoma delivers. Come lease a new, completely redesigned 24 Tacoma SR5. Now $489 a month. Many available. Signed, Burdick Toyota and Cisco. way, Toyota Tundra delivers. So come get 1.99 for 48 months financing on your new 24 Toyota Tundra, plus $1,000 customer cash. Signed, Burdick Toyota. See BurdickToyota.com.
NBC Sports coverage of NASCAR on USA is brought to you by Progressive. Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit Progressive.com. Ashley, for the love of home, shop in-store or online. And by Toyota. Let's go places. Getting ready for pit stops, and we know from our crew chief there'll be a few that will stay out.
Yeah, I think this is a real split decision. You see right here, the 00 pit crew looks ready. I can make an argument to stay out and try to connect it on one more stop. I can make an argument to come, get some fresh tires, and try to be aggressive from here. It looks to me like the leaders are going to vote for fresh tires over track position Kim.
And this was actually an audible by crew chief Jonathan Tony. They had intended to stay out, but then decided most of the field was probably going to come. They didn't want to be out by themselves, so Cole Custer, you see on pit road, 4 fresh Goodyear tires. Sunoco feel a little snug. Chandler Smith, top right there, lateral grip is good, he said. Just need more front turn, Marty.
Andy Street told Austin Hill, pitting here just gives us way more options moving forward, even though we'll come pretty soon for our last stop of the day. Hill said his car was just way too free, needs more to lean on. Meanwhile, Riley Herbst's having another nice run. He said he's still free behind others, but he doesn't want a big adjustment. His biggest problem, he feels like he stalls out towards the end of a long straightaway. Herbst leads his pit stall. Looks like Custer will hold serve here on pit road, Rick.
Hill grabbing 2 spots. Chandler Smith stays there in second. Sheldon Creed made up 5 spots, and William Byron actually stayed out.
When we're young, we're told anything is possible, but only a few of us go out and prove it.
Anna Hall is chasing down history.
Witness the greatness of Anna Hall on a connection worthy of gold. Xfinity Mobile. Only Xfinity gives you the most powerful mobile Wi-Fi network with speeds up to a gig in millions of locations. And right now, Xfinity Internet customers can buy 1 unlimited line and get 1 free for a year. Get the fastest connection to Paris with Xfinity.
What's the square root of pi?
Some things just add up, like the 2x2x2 at IHOP. 2 eggs your way, 2 bacon strips, and 2 buttermilk pancakes. Monday through Friday, all for $6.
Celsius, essential energy.
This is the most powerful Tacoma ever. With the shut the front door handle. Also known as the seriously wrong handle. Or the whoa 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 handle. And even the no me gusta handle.
Andy.
Standing on the 2024 Toyota Tacoma.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
They say you can't put a price on fun, but they don't know what the heck they're talking about. Fun's now $1.99 at Sonic with creamy queso wraps and more. Take that, they. The Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99.
From the community in the campgrounds to the action on the track, there's something for everyone at Michigan International Speedway. The green flag will be flying all weekend long, with 3 races and endless opportunities for a good time. Family-friendly entertainment meets race fans' need for speed from sunup to sundown. End summer with a bang. And discover why a NASCAR race in Michigan is anything but slow. Get your tickets today at mispeedway.com.
Want to speak like a professional? CNBC Make It's brand new online course will teach you how to become an effective communicator and master public speaking. Don't miss out. Get it now. Go to cnbcmakeit.com/public speaking.
Today's aerial coverage is brought to you by Shady Rays. Little waterfall just outside of turn 2, the entrance to the infield, and the tunnel there. Marty.
Rick, the winner last week in Chicago, Shane Van Gisbergen, sitting in 21st right now, and he's admitted the ovals have been a large challenge for him, especially Pocono this weekend. But he told me, I feel like my oval results can be better, but I'm trying not to step outside of myself and push myself too much. The one time I did this year was Iowa. I wrecked at Iowa in practice. He said, I don't want another one of those. And for now, my goal is just finish on the lead lap, get closer to my teammates every week. But if I come back to a track for a second time, that's when I'll expect better results, Kim.
Well, Marty, Jesse Love currently in the 4th position. Remember, they short pitted the end of stage 2. Listen to what crew chief Danny Stockman told his driver in terms of strategy.
We have to pit one more time, but we only need 4.5 gallons of fuel to make it, which is roughly 2.5 seconds. What that does is it allows us to take fuel in right sides, okay? So our pit stop's going to be faster.
So you heard the plan right there. Steve, do you like the call by that team? Looks like they might gain track position with a shorter time on pit road.
Well, so that's the strategy to outrun the 17 who's in front of them. The struggle with that plan, while I do like it, is just not a lot of guys that he's going to be able to leapfrog, because only really the 17 and the 5 of Alfredo have less fuel on board than those two. Everyone behind them actually needs less fuel than them, Jeff. They only need about 2 seconds of fuel. The real question is, do you put on 4 tires or do you put on right sides? We're going to see them come to pit road in like 9 laps. So, you know, that is going to be the
So when they cross the line, that'll be halfway.
The right side tires will be fine to take the time and kind of gap it. But if you leave with right side tires and the caution comes out, well, now you're on less tires and the field's bunched back up.
Well, the first part of their strategy, getting under green, that worked out, right? Really got them track position. They got exactly what they wanted. Everybody came down pit road except for the 5 of Alfredo and then also the 17. So they got exactly what they wanted to get this track position. Now, how do you take advantage of it?
A couple cars had issues on pit road, a safety violation for the 51, and the 35 for removing equipment. That could have been maybe a pizza warmer. That's Domino's Pizza.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Look at checking out. They're checking out his driver, William Byron, behind the wheel of 17. Greg Ives in front of him, calling the shots.
A lot of talent.
Yeah, man. A lot of brain power right there. And again, William Byron stayed out on the racetrack. Last pit stop was lap 27. We've completed 44.
And he almost had, you remember he had that flat tire, so he's a set down to the field. So not only is this, as we see now, the pace car lights come back on, so we're not going green.
Okay.
Now this is only begging a 2-tire call more and more interesting, because now we're going to basically...
So we're going to go back here with 44 to go.
45. Remember, they can go 38 on fuel. We'll take the restart at 46. You're only looking at like 7 laps of racing now. 6 or 7 laps of racing until you can hit.
And you see William Byron taking advantage.
Well, yeah, I don't know if they'll pit then or if they'll pit.
See him on pit road after, say, 8 laps.
I'd say some people pit maybe with right as the window opens. I'd see some people probably waiting till like 30, 20 to go. I could see some people just even waiting it out even farther, hoping for a caution.
As we look at Anthony Alfredo, he is currently running 4th on kind of the same strategy as William Byron, last in on lap 28. When I talked to him before the race, he said, we have to do something different strategy-wise in order to get good finishes, track position, and in some cases, even set ourselves up to win. He said smaller teams like theirs and the lack of resources they had, they're amplified at tracks like Pocono and Michigan. So this is where they really have to lean into the strategy card. Marty, right now, he said, that balance just a little bit free here on lap 45.
So, Kim, the playbook will tell you lap 52 is when you could pit and make it to the end of this race. But, Steve, how much are teams and crew chiefs willing to gamble here and maybe come a little bit before that and push the window just a little bit and maybe come at 50 or so, or that might be a little bit too much here at Pocono. Can I throw one more thing into the mix, Steve, you got to consider? Yes, that is rain. Yes, it is coming. And yes, it's about 25 minutes out or so. So
oh, wow, that actually looks bigger.
That storm right there with red in it, which would obviously mean lightning and thunder, that it could get here before the end of the race. So why not throw that?
Byron, yeah, he had a flat tire earlier.
It would be a race weekend for us if there's not some rain around, right?
Well, what the rain would do is that the cars that just pitted at 42 can run all the way to lap 8. They can run within 10 laps of the finish of this race. So, you know, you don't want to do that. Here's what happens. People pit and don't do this. When they go back on the racetrack, if you haven't pitted and the caution comes out, every one of those cars are going to stay out and restart in front of you. That's basically this whole quandary you're in as a crew chief. If when you come to pit road. Now, as a driver, it's real simple. Let's talk about not messing up those restarts. Let's keep the track position we have. So, Jeff, that's on you.
Make that simple, dude.
No, but that's not my job.
One of the best to do it, and he does it on
Alrighty.
Sundays. He's on the outside of row 1. That's
Going back green.
Driving 17. Sam Mayer on the inside.
Green flag is in the air. We are back racing at Pocono.
Flag is back out. 2 by 2. They go down into turn 1. And now they're 4 and 5 wide in the back.
Oh, trouble.
Up into the wall. One of those is the 43 of Ryan Ellis. The most damage, it looks like, is from the 43. Caution comes back out. Brendan Poole is involved. The 44. We saw the 07 of Patrick Emmerling go by. I'm not sure if he had some issues with this.
Well, that'll bring me even closer to that window now.
We talk about the restarts and how aggressive
I don't know
you have to be.
if everybody decides to hit here or not. Probably not everyone. Maybe a few people. And then try to stretch it.
Jeff Burton in 27, the 11 of Williams underneath him, and then the 3 wide, 4 wide, going into the corner. Contact with the 31. Up the racetrack he goes.
So the 42 of Leland Honeyman also collected in that, the 19-year-old.
It's been that type of year for the 31 of Parker Utzlaff. Just, you name it. If there's a wreck at any point, whether it's their doing or somebody else's, it seems like a Jordan Anderson racing car, either the 27 or the 31's in it. Now that one I'm going to put on the 31. He kind of got loose at the bottom, but it's not been a great year for the organization.
Ryan Ellis, when he made contact with the wall, he was being pushed up into the wall with the car underneath him. They hurt. Those are the ones
Parker Retzlaff is a
really
bust.
feel
Yeah,
with that car pushing you into the wall.
But I also don't really remember much hype around him either. So
Couldn't believe how hard it hit.
I mean, I guess there was a tiny bit, but not much.
Again, they all got stacked up. On this straightaway, it's so long and it's so wide. It gives people an opportunity to make moves, and it gives people an opportunity to make mistakes. And if the front rows or mid rows lose momentum, then that means the ones behind them are gaining momentum. What do you do with that momentum? Where do you put the race car? If you slow down, somebody's going to put you 3 or 4 wide. Many times you end up being aggressive and you didn't even really want to be, but you have to be. You almost have to be on offense, because if not, you're going to get run over.
This rain is really, I don't think it's going to catastrophically end this race 30 laps early, but they're only like 10 laps short of the finish. So if there's a chance that the race can be short by 10 laps, it really changes what your plan is.
Yeah, no lights or Pocono either, so if it were to rain, it's a huge racetrack.
I was lucky enough to win one in 07, and all it did was rain in the tunnel. Right. There was one corner wet. Luckily, there was no wet tires back then, and one corner was enough.
Well, you said how many times when we come here, we're going down the back straightaway, we can see it raining at 3, and it's not raining anywhere else.
Looks like a few people are going to make their way on the pit road now.
I hate this decision, right? You're coming to 42 to go, you can run 38, you're only 4 laps short. There's no telling how many yellows you have. Kim.
And as we talked about, Anthony Alfredo, he is in right now. They're going to go ahead and put 4 fresh Goodyear tires in that, as well as Sunoco fuel. A little slow there on the right side. You see the chassis adjustment. And they're going to, again, 4 tires, Sunoco fuel, Marty.
How about this move from Jim Pullman? And it's going to be fuel only for that race team. That'll make this next stop a little bit shorter. But, Steve, does that surprise you? The 7 came down pit road, fuel only.
No, not at all. I think he realizes where he's at in track position, needs to do something. And you mentioned the next stop being shorter. I'm not sure there's going to be a next stop. If we get enough yellows, maybe he can stretch it.
Ready to rise to the challenge, above obstacles, above perceptions, above it all.
fried chicken, but our new sweet heat sauce will have you saying, ooh, not ow. What are you waiting for? Buzz on in and try it. And now, get here early for deals on dinner classics.
This is it. This is when we find out.
Quick question. Student body math proficiency. What? What do we say? It's good, fair.
Get out of here, man.
Understood.
Excuse me. We get you real in-depth school info.
Ding dong. Homes.com.
Looking for a refreshing change? Say goodbye to sluggish performance and reach for the one that won't slow you down. That's good. Experience the force of clean, pure oil coursing through your engine. No matter what you drive, Wix Filters is the clear choice. Here's to filtration that works as hard as you do. Wix Premium Filters. Performance starts here. When we're young, we're told anything is possible, but only a few of us go out and prove it. Witness the greatness of Anna Hall on a connection worthy of gold. Xfinity Mobile. Only Xfinity gives you the most powerful mobile Wi-Fi network with speeds up to a gig in millions of locations. And right now, Xfinity Internet customers can buy one unlimited line and get one free for a year. Get the fastest connection to Paris with Xfinity.
This is the make or break moment. Not just for the day.
Someone threw a firecracker and your dog is on a full-on screeching rampage. Go pet your dog, go comfort it.
It's about the doors that can open.
That kid is amazing.
The number of fans wearing your number. This is the chance to carve your name into the history books. This is the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Animation room are dangerous.
So then you can fight.
Can be killed.
You're watching the NASCAR Xfinity Series, Explore the Pocono Mountains 225. Yes, a little bit ominous weather looking off to turn 3 there. Marty, are you standing by with a crew chief or a weatherman?
I'm standing by with Brandon McSwain, and he's calling the shots today for William Byron. I don't know, you part crew chief, part weatherman. How did you make the decision to stay out there?
I mean, I think for us, we kind of had our bed made with, having the flat tire and only having so many sets. So we wanted to save that extra set for, the final stage. So we kind of knew when we took that last set that we were going to stay and try to take track position back. So it kind of worked out in our favor, and we'll see how it works out.
There you go. So Brandon made the call. And if you needed to check with anyone, Greg Ives is right here. Chad Knaus is right here. All the bosses are here to make sure that he makes the right decision. But good call by this race team. And he's right, Steve. When they spun, they really had no other choice.
Yeah, I totally agree. But Jeff, we talk a lot about Xfinity Series developing talent behind the wheel. Think about Brandon McSwain right here. Greg Ives, so much success on top of the pit box. Chad Knaus in the Hall of Fame, 7-time champ. Think about developing potential crew chiefs down the road and being able to build them homegrown inside the company. I think that's what the 17 car also does for Hendrick.
Look what Joe Gibbs Racing has done with there's so much talent that came through their Xfinity program into their Cup program today.
Alrighty. Going back green. Gonna have 40 to go.
Jesse Love in the 2. On the inside as they get back up to speed and 40 laps to go. Big run by Love as they go into turn number 1.
Oh, Allmendinger in that 16 is really entering low.
Oh! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Tokyo Drift! Tokyo Drift! Oh my god! Oh my god, that was insane.
Yeah, still green. That is a
wow.
Huge.
They're racing hard because there might be rain.
Love was able to make the pass on William Byron. Love is out front. Then Byron, Hill, Mayer, and Custer top 5. Allmendinger threw it into turn number 1. He was...
Look at Allmendinger on the very bottom of the racetrack. The problem is the angle of entry into the corner. He got so low on the entry that look where he is on the racetrack. Well, he essentially now, when he gets to the corner, he's going straight. There's no way the car is going to turn entering that low. Great job saving the race car. The problem again, Steve, is if he doesn't make that move, somebody does it to him. And that's the situation you get into here.
Jaden, you don't know what you're talking about.
3 wide. Morning.
As a result of that, Rick Riley Herbst has a little left rear smoke. He was the top of 3 wide there on the 98, and he has that left rear smoke. So, Jeff, how do you feel it out as a driver to know, hey, we're okay to stay out, or we have to come to
No,
pit road?
I know that you don't know what you're talking about. That's what's happening here.
Sometimes you can smell it. You know, how long do I smell the smoke? Does it continue?
Oh yeah, the prospects game is on the MLB Futures game.
The car, it's just rubbing the quarter panel. He probably can't see that smoke, but he can certainly smell it. And you just have to hope it goes away. And if it doesn't, you have a very difficult decision to make.
You're talking about the 98 Herbst.
You know what? You're calling Nick's weed shit. That's what you're doing. And you know, it's one thing if you want to talk about my weed, but if you're gonna go, because I buy this weed off Nick, so you're calling my weed shit, you're calling Nick's weed shit, and I ain't gonna take that. All right? You can say whatever you want about me and my weed, but you don't say nothing about Nick.
I'm not sure it's going to be a huge wave. Like we see in the Cup race, everybody comes together. This could be more like a trickle, especially with that rain coming. That might change people's opinion on if they need to even.
And this guy named Joe. That's where Nick gets his weed from.
He's got a fast race car, but anytime someone gets on the outside of him, his car is really loose. He's not able to complete passes.
But Nick buys like large amounts. Nick buys like a pound at a time.
Now he's got to go back to work.
Yeah, and Joe's pretty cool, so you ain't gonna talk about shit about Nick or Joe. Alright? That's what I'm fucking saying.
No, remember, this is a team that came for gas only. So this is from a couple pit stops ago. As we see the 16 of Allgaier after that big slide. Probably needing some tires, Kim.
He actually said the tires felt okay, but they decided since they were already towards the back, they would take their last pit stop first. He said, I'm in a 4-wheel slide. That was before.
And honestly, the blunt that I was rolling wasn't that fat. It's honestly kind of a skinny blunt.
You see those 4 fresh Goodyear tires, so feel free to
That was so well said by Kim. Last pit stop first. So that means as we see the.
Ooh, Parker Retzloff has issues.
Now this may bring somebody to pit road if they think the yellow's going to come out.
That's probably gonna be a caution.
I'm going to pit road if I can make it. The problem is, can you communicate in time? See, these guys are just a little bit different. On Sunday, I think it'll be a full pit road. They are jackals on Sunday, Rick. They pounce on every opportunity.
17 car. William Byron got underneath Jesse Love off of 3. Now Jesse Love back to the bottom.
Crossover move for Love, and can he take the lead back? William Byron still has the advantage. And right behind them, Austin Hill in the 21.
What a battle for the lead right here.
Oh, here comes Hill. He looks to the inside of that 17.
Yeah, well, William Byron was trying. He got into the corner high, tried to cross underneath the 2. He could not do it because Austin Hill was there. Now Austin Hill battling for the lead.
And a little bit of slide out of Hill, and that opens the door for Byron to take the lead back.
That was great racing.
Look at this.
Here comes a run out of Love. And Love's going to go by. And those are teammates. 2 in the 21. Love tries to clear Austin Hill. Can't do it as they go through 1. And they're bringing Cole Custer into the mix.
And there you go. That's the momentum we talked about. The 2 of Love. He just could not carry enough speed on the exit of the corner. Lost momentum, and that allowed Custer to take the spot.
Byron Hill, Custer, Love, Mayer, the top 5. So, Steve, 35 laps to go. Weather looming and possibly coming. At what point in time do you gamble and say, I've got to come to pit road so that I have enough to get it all the way to the end if the weather doesn't get here in time?
Well, I think, I thought we'd have seen cars pit already, so I believe these crew chiefs think that weather might actually affect this race with 35 laps to go, so you don't want to give up your opportunity. And with racing like this at the front, I'm glad they don't. I'd like to see this battle between the 17, the 21, the 00.
Remember, William Byron on older tires trying to hold off Austin Hill. Decal coming off of the Austin Hill car. See on the hood right there? The decal's coming up.
A little extra downforce?
I don't think that's the downforce you want. Actually, that's a tape. They actually had taped it down at some point.
Yeah, that's some repair work from earlier or something.
That's over the hood.
Might be your caution. Whatever that is blows on the track. I'm sorry, Rick. I was going to say, that's one reason why NASCAR doesn't allow you to add body panels anymore, because that's what ended up happening, right? They go off and end up with a bunch of debris.
Byron has about a 4-car length lead over Austin Hill now. As they go down into turn 1. Cole Custer up to 3rd. Take a look at the Toyota driver updates as Chandler Smith leads those Toyota drivers with a 6th place. Sheldon Creed in 9th. Really good run again for Corey Heim. He's 10th. Taylor Gray 13th, and Ryan Truex
From wherever
14th.
Joe got it. Yeah, I don't know where Joe gets it. The never-ending cycle.
Another 33 to go, and William Byron, we know he has to come to pit road. He was last on pit road at lap 27, so 30 laps complete for Byron. But again, some of those, quite a few of those have been cautioned. Party.
Hey, Rick, I just checked in with Andy Street, the crew chief for Austin Hill, and I asked him the question you just asked Steve a moment ago. I said, is everybody not pitting because they're too worried about the weather? He said, I think so. So, Steve, is this a game of who blinks first and who trusts their radar the most?
Well, absolutely. The challenge I see is, forget A.J. Allmendinger. Is easy to say because he almost spun out, but he pitted and he's running a half a second faster than the leaders every lap. A little bit maybe new tires, but I think it's just clean air because he's out in front of the leaders, as we see a big slide right here. So while I think that's helping Allmendinger's race, it's not going to make his whole day because he almost spun out. But if someone else would pit and get into that clean air, how fast could they run? So I do agree, Marty. This is kind of like, you don't have to worry about pitting if no one pits. The fear becomes if you see a wave come to pit road, then you're going to have to show your hand.
I wonder if there's some communication right now with the 17 team about that strategy. Listen in.
I think the weather's fine. Not concerned about it anymore currently. Copy on the weather.
Well, if that's the case, then we should see him on pit road.
Yeah, so, when I look at Allmendinger, for instance, he was the last car after that big slide. And right now, the speed he's running, he's going to cycle back to like 14th or 15th when they all pit. That's way better than he was running. So
I don't know. I don't know if the rain's going to hit. I really don't.
Watching closely to the radar, hoping that little cell might go to the south of the racetrack and not affect this one with now under 31 laps to go. Riley Herbst running 7th. Chandler Smith is 8th. Sheldon Creed 9th, and Allgaier 10th.
If this thing comes down to a green flag pit stop, I think the pit crew of the 21 any day over anybody in the Xfinity Series. They are the best, and it's not close.
We're seeing Sheldon Creed on pit road now in the 18. Marty.
Like this call by Sam McCauley, a lot of teams considering coming to pit road. He brings Sheldon Creed down pit road, and man, after starting on the pole, they have struggled with the handling of this 18 car all day long. Finally hits his pit stall. They haven't gotten that tight condition on corner exit.
Need really Kyle Busch to win. Hopefully they change his steering rack, and we can go from last to first to Kyle Busch. I want Kyle to win. If they don't change it, Kyle's screwed. They say it's fixed, so it won't be. So then there'll be an issue during the race.
Does he let them all pit and then just save gas? You can just slow down at that point. You can run tremendously off the pace. Now we see another car, the 2. Jesse Love will take the left. Like I said, it's a little bit of a trickle. It's not quite.
That's RCR for you.
Other races, Kim.
And the call by crew chief Danny Stockman for Jesse Love is going to be 4 fresh Goodyear tires.
Steering stick cross-faded?
As well as Sunoco fuel.
What kind of cross-faded?
Great day after having to start from the rear.
So I was wondering how many, remember, this is the radio, we heard that they might do 2 tires on. I like the 4-tire call. I just think there's enough racing. I go get that tire, though, and bring it back. And these are the things that just, as a crew chief, you get so frustrated. You can do all the strategy you want, but if you cannot execute, it doesn't matter. No good calls make up for it. Now look, there are times the pit crew's on and the crew chief makes a bad call. It's a team sport, but the frustration level definitely peaks when the execution's an issue.
Here comes
Jesse Love has a pass-through penalty for an uncontrolled tire.
Here will create a lot of interest in the field, Kim.
And here is Cole Custer again. Their strategy kind of was put to bed at the last caution because they ended up calling it audible. I thought it was going to be a one-stop for the rest of the race, so you're seeing the second stop. And Cole Custer's going to be 4 fresh Goodyear tires, Sunoco fuel. They'll make sure to get that full, Marty.
Brandon McSwain making the call to bring William Byron down pit road, bottom of your screen. So the car just a little bit too free, very small air pressure adjustment. And yes, this should open the floodgates. The leader coming down pit road. I see a lot of teams.
Everyone's coming now.
Next time by.
Maybe not everyone, but a lot of people are. I feel like some people are still going to try to play some strategy. Hope for either rain or just some caution.
He knows, but his job is to get by Custer. He has to assume this is the race for his lead. Go take the fight to him.
Penalty for the 2. We saw them go and get that tire. Well, because it crossed over into the center of pit road, that is still an uncontrolled tire, so that's going to really hurt the 2. And now you see all the cars continuing to come to pit road. Kim.
And we'll follow the stop of Chandler Smith in the 81 car. He said it needs a little bit more front turn. He's been battling that all race long. He does have a little bit better lateral security in the rear, though, Marty.
Austin Hill's team under the last caution stop to Jeff's point a moment ago. Gained them 3 spots here on pit road. Let's see what they can do with a green flag stop. So the car's just a little bit too free. He lost his left side mirror. That's his biggest issue inside the car. Riley Herbst there at the very front end of pit road said, quote, the car feels incredible. Now let's watch the blend with these guys where William Byron is.
0-0 to your point, still gapping the 17.
And also, they all beat the 21 out. So they pitted, the 21 pitted a little bit later than they did. So those cars got on newer tires sooner, were able to make lap time. So it's a little risky to pit early.
Too fast entering for Riley Herbst, so he has a pass-through penalty.
Again, you talked about it, Steve. You have to execute these green flag pit stops. You know, in the Xfinity series, they have green flag pit stops for sure, but not at near the level they do in Cup. So drivers have to, they don't get a chance to practice as much at this level. But this guy right here, it's going to be interesting to see, Steve. Remember, they pitted on lap 48. Everybody around him, 42. Sammy Smith, 48. Brandon Jones, 48. Can they stretch it from here? Well, listen in.
We're committed to our game. I need 100 foot.
Yep. And I think this is going to work. It's a long ways. So here's the thing. I need 100 feet. That means wherever you think you need to lift, I need you to get out of the gas 100 feet sooner. Perhaps even get into the gas 100 feet later, right? I'm not exactly sure because every team, this is something we talk about ahead of time, right, Jeff, on how we want to save fuel. But 100 feet, Marty, the 7th car, in my opinion, we're not going to see him back on pit road unless something dramatically changes.
And Steve, the back end of that conversation is that they were 3 laps short. So here's the question. Can you save 3 laps of fuel during a run here? Clearly, Jim Coleman was on the front end of it, telling him how much he needed his driver to lift.
Absolutely. With 25 laps to go, I think you can find 3 laps, no problem. You can't find it in 10 laps, but in 25, I think you can.
I hope they started saving soon enough. That's what I don't know.
Good point.
Sieg's still out front here in Pocono.
So tell us about this corn festival. Oh, you got your corn pudding, you got your corn chowder. So is it safe around here? Sometimes.
If the family of 8 were to need a cold plunge, where would they find it?
Oh, then they dip it in butter and bam, it goes right. Really cute vampire bar, like a reverend does, like a blessing on the corn.
Donut shops. How far from here?
No eyebrows?
Think of how light it'll feel in the summer. You gotta run. 11,000 more neighborhoods to go.
Ding dong.
Homes.com.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Delicious-Mint.
They say you can't put a price on fun, but they don't know what the heck they're talking about. Fun's now $1.99 at Sonic with creamy queso wraps and more. Take that, they. The Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99.
You don't have to be in the race to be in the race. The NASCAR Powerball Playoff is back.
The 58 is going to win in Phoenix.
Enter now for your chance to win a VIP trip for 2 to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship race at the Phoenix Raceway. with the grand prize winner taking home $1 million. The race for the million is on. Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR, and home to the NASCAR Powerball Playoff.
Let's review. We're not going to talk about traffic or weather. If anyone brings up lawn care, I will handle it. Posting can be extremely difficult for young homeowners turning into their parents.
Ooh, are you done with this? I'll just take that.
Okay. He's still drinking.
Oh, look what the cat...
Nope. Nope. Let's try again. You wouldn't mind? It gets ugly. You can either take it off, or I'll take it off. Yeah.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Love to take it.
Doesn't want it.
What's the square root of pi?
Some things just add up, like the 2x2x2 at IHOP. 2 eggs your way, 2 bacon strips, and 2 buttermilk pancakes. Monday through Friday, all for $6.
The race to the NASCAR playoffs is on USA. All the excitement, all the drama.
No, 29.
All the characters.
Oh, the 35 is slow. That might be a caution. That's probably going to be a caution. Yep, that'll be a caution. He's pulling over.
Tomorrow on USA.
Great
So that will be a
chances of
caution.
ruin the 7 strategy of trying to stay out on the racetrack because
Whenever it comes out, but it will. But like, just when.
Because if he gets all those yellows, he's going to save enough gas, and he's way good.
But it brings everybody close
Yeah,
together
but I
for
think
a
he's not
restart.
worried about pace. I think he has more than enough pace in his car. He's more worried about fuel than pace. So I think if you're Jim Pullman right here, I think you're almost okay if the yellow comes out.
And it does. So the 35 was stopped. Stephen Malazzi was stopped on the backstretch, and this is not the way he wanted his first Xfinity Series start to end.
So to your point, Rick, they have a little fresher tires, but Cole Custer's all the way back at 14th. So what's really going to be interesting is I think there's a lot of guys that are going to pit. Cole Custer's going to restart like 6th. So now the 7 has to hope he can save enough gas here or he can run hard when it's time to go with Cole Custer behind him. Because he's not going to be able to save gas and hold off the 00.
Yeah, that's right. If I was driving the 00, only thing I needed to know is how slow can I go and them not pass me. That's all I needed to know before this caution came out. Now that this caution has come, now that this caution has come out, I'm confused. Now what do? If I'm Algar, do I go as hard as I need to go here? What do? Do we have enough fuel to go this distance? So my job in the 7 just got way more complicated. Before, it was pretty simple, Steve. Just don't let the 00 come catch me. I'm going to go that slow.
Well, if I'm this man right here,
the glass half full. This is going to help our fuel mileage, and we will control the start.
there you go. That's the spot I need to hunt. And that's exactly what I was going to say. I'm going to clear it up for you, Jeff. I'm going to say, hey, save as much as you can during this yellow. And when we go back green, I need you to race. And if we run out of gas, because we might get more yellows, we might get all this, just go hard. And look, we still got 20 laps to go in this race. Well, I'll give you an update in 6 or 8 laps after we see how well we do on the restart.
And he can't pit here.
So that was about an 18-minute green flag run.
32 cars in the lead lap. I'm sorry, there's 28 cars in the lead lap. So he can't pit, because then you would never win the race. So they have made their decision. They're going to have to see it through.
And it's not just them. We have the 9 of Brandon Jones, who's also on the same strategy. The 8 of Sammy Smith. So it's a junior motorsports basket at the moment. Party.
Let's chat with Jim Pullman. So on one hand, that helps your fuel situation. On the other hand, you just lost a massive gap. Was this caution good or bad?
I don't know. It depends on how this thing plays out. Yeah, I think he's, the 00 still buried back there. The first one on tires and fuel. He's I don't know, 13th, I think. So, yeah, it hurts in that aspect. I hope all these guys stay out with us now that we've made our bed. Yeah, we'll see how it plays out.
Car-wise, you've had enough car, but tire-wise, is that your big concern with the 00?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to get through there pretty quick on traffic. Hopefully this clean air keeps us out there and really puts us in a good situation.
All right, there go Jim Pullman. So, Steve, aren't you glad this is a day where you're glad you're not on top of the pit box, isn't it? Because that sort of helped, it sort of hurt, but you got to leave your driver out at this point if you're Pullman.
I don't know, Marty. I get asked all the time, do you miss it? A lot of Sundays I don't, but this Saturday I do. This is what I love the most, is trying to figure out this chess match of fuel. The problem is on the left side, all the 48s I think will stay on the racetrack. But all the 42s, I think, are going to have to pit. So Williams, Burton, SVG, Weatherman, Sieg, Dye. I think all of those really have to pit. I mean, if they stay out, I just don't see the pathway forward. They're really short on gas. So that means Custer isn't going to start 13th. I think he's going to start like 7th, which is making this challenge for the 7 even tougher. But let's not forget, he drove off and won stage 1. He drove off and hit. So, the only reason he's working the strategy is because he got behind with that pit penalty.
What we don't know is how fast can he go, because he was saving fuel.
Right.
So it's hard to compare his pace of what the guys that had, you didn't know. So
neither
you're
does
going to have to find out.
Neither did Jim Coleman. He didn't know how fast they could go either.
Exactly. I mean, that's the question. Now here come all those guys coming down pit road.
The 9 is the one that, I thought he was going to stay on this strategy with the 7. That is really hurting the 7 to see all these guys pit, Kim.
Yeah.
And Steve, I thought the 9 was going to stay out too. In fact, at first, Philip Bell, the crew chief, said, I think our best bet is to stay out. And then upon talking to his driver, decided they did need to stop. Brandon saying really secure entry to center, but lacking front turn everywhere. So you're going to see them put 4 fresh Goodyear tires at Sunoco fuel. Marty, as the 11 is in as well.
Yeah, after a 12th place finish in Chicago last week with a decent run so far today for Josh Williams, trying to play the strategy. They were going to have to come down pit road anyway, as Steve mentioned a moment ago. But Kevin Walter comes and calls him down pit road here. The tires and the fuel to make it to the end for Josh Williams.
So the race off pit road, again, few cars stayed out. Allgaier, Burton, then Gisbergen, Sammy Smith. Steve, you mentioned that you miss days like this. Let's remind you of how much fun you had. This was 10 years ago, and you crew chiefing for Dale Earnhardt Jr., and you knew the second you guys left your pit stall and got back out onto the racetrack because of this reaction that we see right here from you, how this was going to end.
Well, we knew pretty well. We knew the trick was you had to find your way to the front, and we had already planned that week that could you take 4 tires under caution, come back just a few laps later to top it off on fuel. We had done a lot of work on how far back we would be running after a few laps of green flag. We had this super colorful matrix trying to figure out. And we decided to come pit under yellow, put tires on, go out. We only ran 5 or 6 green flag laps. Came and took fuel only, while the 24 needed to take tires. We knew how much faster our stop would be. It was just a question of could we stay close enough. And once I saw us pass the 24 who was leaving pit road after his pit stop, we had a great car that day. Dale Jr. wasn't going to give up the lead. We knew it was kind of all sails in the wind, and that's where the confidence of the point was that nobody was going to pass us. That was the sweep of the year. This place is so much fun when you get it right.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Bowman said he was probably going to wake up naked on the bathroom floor, so I don't doubt him.
On the absolute wrong side of it.
I believe him.
We'll wait to show those if Allgaier chooses the wrong strategy here.
Well, it's going to be tough because it would be a great battle heads up between the 7 and the 00. But it's not really heads up. The 7 has a little bit older tires. Not dramatically. We're about 10 lap older tires. And we're going to hope. Fuel at this point, Jeff, has to be a non-concern. Even though it may run out, the driver can't worry about it. He has to just try to go as fast as he can.
Yeah, you just got to tell me what to do, right? I mean, the crew chief just has to say, hey, look, you got to set the strategy for me at this point. But all these cautions, we're still not going back green here. All these cautions are helping.
Such a beautiful view here, and I want to thank serial coverage brought to us by Shady Rays. What a shot there that we have seen, and the fans love the racing here at Pocono. Tomorrow, expecting the grandstands to be completely full.
I will be there.
I'm going to tell you, I have a couple buddies for this race, and they were walking around out front, and they instantly said, look, it feels like a Cup Sunday out here. Said the midway was packed, t-shirt trailers, it just had this feel, this big feel even on Saturday.
Kim.
And Jonathan Tony's the one that calls the shots for Cole Custer. Your driver is the first with the freshest tires and the most fuel. How optimistic are you guys, and what are you telling Cole right now?
We're just keeping him update what's going on, what everybody in front of us has got for tires. It's been a crazy day, but we knew that going into it, it's going to be crazy. So we put our man in a position, got him on good tires, and so we'll see what happens.
Speaking of crazy, restarts can be wild here at Pocono. Do you want to see your driver be extra aggressive or maybe a little cautious here?
You got to go for it now. It's down at the end of the race, and so You know, we come here to win.
It is.
That's what we
I
wanna
like that
do.
you can
So,
zoom in
we,
on the stream.
I'll throw caution to the wind, I guess, and see what happens.
All right, you heard
You
it.
can see my
Cole's
middle
got the
finger
freedom to
closer.
Go for it here on this restart. This team's still looking for their first win of 2024.
And remember, Ford is looking for their first win of 2024. So Custer, the closest one to the front right now.
We have the 7 and the 8 and the 5. We have Allgaier, Sammy Smith, and Alfredo, the front three. Stretching fuel, stretching tires.
It would be cool to see
Yeah,
Anthony
Custer,
Alfredo
Byron,
win, but
Hill.
I don't know how they're strategy.
Creed,
I think Custer's probably just going
it
to
is quite
pass
a
a lot
stacked
of,
group.
probably pass all
We
of them.
talked a lot about the situation
Custer,
the 7's
Byron,
in.
just that path,
You just
probably
said it,
pass
the
all of them like pretty
Sammy
quickly.
Smith, he's in the same exact situation. The difference being that Sammy Smith, he is the last car currently in the playoffs if you look at points by. He has about a 30-point advantage. If he would have run out of fuel trying to make this work and give up all of those points, that could be a catastrophic day for him. On the other side, if this strategy gets him in victory lane, that locks him into the playoffs. But they have a lot on the that they're gambling with right now with that car.
So there you see, this is exactly what you're talking about right there. Sammy Smith, first guy above that red line, Jeff.
I don't know that they have a choice but to see it through at this point. And, you know, chances are we're going to get another caution. We talk about how wild these restarts are. It won't surprise me a bit to get at least one more caution. That would help their situation.
We heard from his crew chief. Now let's hear from the driver of the 00.
Who are the ones in front of me, and what's their situation? Yeah, it looks like the 7, the 5, and the 8 are all on the same strategy. They've got probably 25 laps on their tires. 10-4.
All right, so Jeff, put me behind the wheel of the 00 here. The 5 of Alfredo in front, doing a nice job today. But I think Cole has to be thinking 3 wide. He has to think, let's take this front row 3 wide into 1.
Well, he has to be thinking 3 wide, because if he's not, I know the 21 behind him is. And so the best way to keep somebody from making you 3 wide is to make it 3 wide on the guy in front of you. So Custer has to be looking in that mirror. We know how aggressive Austin Hill is. But the same on the outside thing. I think Allgaier's got to be thinking the same thing. It's easier on the outside to prevent that from happening as far as them coming out of you, going around the outside of you. But this inside, I promise you, it's going to be 3, maybe 4 wide getting into 1.
It'll be 16 laps to go.
Remember Hondinger, he's got his track position back. He had that big slide. By making it 3 wide or 4 wide, he'll certainly be trying it again.
Back out in front of the grandstands.
Alrighty. Green flag.
Back into the gas they go. And a great restart by Allgaier. Let's see if he can have this advantage when he gets to 1. They slide out of line. Here comes Cole Custer, 3 wide on the inside for second.
Wow. But Allgaier's pulling away a bit.
Job in that second lane, keeping Custer side by side with him, and that's what Allgaier needs.
Here comes Custer. He's got the advantage and the momentum as they go into turn 2. He's going to clear the 5. Now he has second.
That's going to make the
Oh!
The slide. The 51,
Trouble. Jeremy Clements. Oh, and someone
Comes
else.
back out.
It's the 14.
And another restart. And this has got to help all guys.
It's the 14. That's Mason
He
Massey.
has Cole Custer right next to him.
I think that's
Mason
so
Massey
well
and
said,
Jeremy
Rick, right?
Clements.
We thought it was kind of a coin flip earlier. Now this is without a doubt what he needs for fuel. Now it's all just how fast can the 7 be. I think this will get him there on fuel. Now, can his little bit older tires hold off the 00 who made that restart look pretty easy on the bottom? Jeremy Clements right there in the middle, 3 wide. Couldn't tell if there was contact. Well, I see the donut on the right side door. So I wonder if the 98, who was at the top, maybe tried to squeeze him down a little bit. Or maybe he was already spinning. It's really hard to tell.
He's 26th.
Wow, that is such a hard shot, Ants. We did that. I mean, that's the thing about this place. We just, I mean, that's, I hate to use the word routine.
I don't think that
But
rain's
that is
really
what
going
we
to hit.
see most wrecks here look
Because it's
like.
moving
And
slowly.
they are all
Like,
big impacts.
Also in involved.
It doesn't say it's going to hit till around like 6:30. At least what the radar says.
2 or 3 wide.
My radar.
Yeah, if you're watching home, you're like, why do they keep doing that? Well, if you're not trying to advance your position, you're going to be losing them. And so you have to put yourself in some uncomfortable positions. It's just required. And you have to hope you don't overstep your bounds. You have to hope your car sticks, has good grip. But there's no choice. And it's just, this racetrack is like no other. There's a few that present similar issues. Michigan's one, for example. But, you know, it's a very difficult thing to do. And you got to, if you do it wrong, then you get put 3 wide, and now you're losing momentum 3 wide.
There has been 8 races for the Xfinity Series here at Pocono and 8 different winners. The one right now that is poised to change that. And we might have a little fire on the outside of the track here. You see the smoke?
Fire on the outside of the track.
Just outside of the racetrack.
There is a fire on the outside of the track. That is interesting. And there are people. Oh no, it's not fire. It's just idiots with hoses. Okay. And they made it look like there was smoke. Okay. I'm glad they're having fun.
Zero is the one in position to potentially.
I'm glad they're having
get a
fun.
second win here in the Xfinity Series.
That's always good.
Custer has won here back in 2019.
And we talked about the importance of playoff points. Well, Custer only has 2 right now. Winning races would add to it.
You know, when I take the bike out like this, my stress is just melting away.
I hear that. This bad boy can fix anything.
Yeah, tough day at work. Nice cruise to sort you right out.
When I'm riding, I'm not even thinking about my painful cavity.
Oh, you shouldn't have known that.
And every time I get stressed about having to pay my bills, I just hop on the bike, man.
Oh, come on, man. You gotta pay your bills.
You don't have to worry about anything when you're protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurer.
Well, you definitely do. Those things aren't related, so...
Ah, yee! Whoa, that is a vibrating plant.
The Barn Bar. The county's best hangout. Just got better. Here's to living smooth with the always smooth, easy drinking Keystone Light.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Delicioussement.
They say you can't put a price on fun, but they don't know what the heck they're talking about. Fun's now $1.99 at Sonic with creamy queso wraps and more. Take that, they. The Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99.
For the restart, we'll have 12 laps to go. And before we get to that, let's go to Martin.
Andy Street just told me if you're talking about strategy, we're done for the day because it's been a lot of thought process into that. But I think Austin learned something on that last restart. What did you guys learn?
Yeah, I think he's trying to figure out for the end of the race here if the late race caution comes out. So, yeah, he knows how to get it done here, so hopefully we'll get to the end. There's still a lot of racing left there, so hopefully we're there at the end.
Is there a preferred lane on restarts you feel like, Andy, or not really?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of dependent on who's in front of you. So you coming off of one, depending on your line, you can make it work.
So let's talk about how this race has played out because he's had his hands full at times, but lost the left side mirror. But it seems like the car's gotten better throughout the race.
Yeah, we've been able to make the car a little bit better for him throughout the day, which has been a good thing.
So it was only a 46-second green flag run there.
32 miles left to race in here, so we'll see what happens.
That's a great point, Steve. Sometimes you look at the laps counting down, right, and you don't think about that. There's still a lot of laps here, a lot of miles here, we should say, in Pocono, even though there's not a ton of laps left.
So I know Andy Street knows miles because I had this conversation with him this morning about fuel mileage, and I grew up doing laps per gallon, and he grew up doing miles per gallon. And I said, how far can you make it? And he answered, and I was like, oh man, now I'm gonna have to convert that to laps. And he laughed, and we had that whole conversation because I always looked at it at laps, he looked at it at miles, and he's right, 30 miles is a heck of a race still. Surprised by the outside, Jeff Allgaier? I think that he had to be on the outside.
Well, I think that was the right call. I think on the outside, especially in this race, Xfinity cars, the goal for Allgaier to be, will be to at least stay even with the 0-0, use that momentum on corner exit to clear him down the back straightaway.
Allgaier's a control car, and so he doesn't have the opportunity to, I guess, help the car behind him. Anthony Alfredo let him know because Cole Custer's going to see that as well. if he's, you know, giving hand signals or anything.
Well, Cole can't see it. You know, Cole would have to be looking out of his right side window. Cole can't see it, but the guy in third can see it. So Sammy Smith, you know, he would see that hand and he would start taking off to push.
Allmendinger cleaning the tires, warming things up.
Great.
Is getting ready.
Well, great recovery. Running 8th currently. He just got a couple more on that restart.
Well, don't count. You know, Alfredo did a good job on that last restart. I know everybody is thinking, hey, that car is the slow car in this pack, and it is. But Alfredo is a good race car driver with a fair amount of experience, and did a good job on the last restart. You shouldn't assume he's not going to do one here. I think if you're Austin Hill, you just got to push him, hope for the best.
Getting ready for the restart. It'll be 12 laps remaining.
And it's
going to be 12 to go.
You know, they're going to take every run, block every run, 2, 3 wide. It just gets so crazy.
I was going to try to do the math. That's going to be 30 miles, right? 12 laps, 30 miles. I just want to make you do some math, Steve.
32.
32.5 mile racetrack. 12 laps to go.
Alrighty, green flag.
A little bit of a push out of the 8 of Sammy Smith for Cole Custer as they go into 1. Now 3 wide. The 17 of Byron. Made it 3 wide. He's able to hug the yellow line and a big turn 1 for Byron.
Here comes Cole Custer. He's probably going to pass pretty fast.
He didn't really defend. He had confidence to run the top, run his own arc
like
into the corner. It worked.
Away, but
Allgaier, Custer, and Byron. 1, 2, 3. Allgaier with about a 2-car length advantage right now over Custer. Maybe 3.
I think Custer's going to catch him.
Wanted to know how fast that 7 could be. It looks like he's the fastest car on the racetrack right now. Don't count out Cole Custer. Very hungry to get that first win of 2024.
I think he's a little quicker right now. Trying to find his way through is going to be difficult. Allgaier knows he is as well. He knows he cannot miss his marks. Got to drive in, be perfect. You cannot make a mistake.
A really nice corner by the 7. Jeff got to the bottom like you were saying.
Yeah, that messed Custer up. He took the air away from him. Gave no air, clean air for that 0-0.
Now Custer running a little bit higher, I think by choice on entry, trying to maybe get turned, get a run on corner exit.
Yeah, watch this. Watch how he gains down the front straightaway.
How close can he get into turn 1? Will he peek inside as they get there?
And peek is the word. Will Custer peek inside, or will Allgaier peek in the mirror and overdrive the corner, right? It's going to be so hard to drive it at your speed knowing that the 0-0 is breathing on your rear bumper.
He's better. Now he's got to the left rear quarter panel. Allgaier trying to block it. So now Allgaier's job is to do the exact same thing he did the last time. Get your left sides on that line. Do not give him any clean air.
But the 0-0 didn't overdrive the entry and got to the bottom as well. Much closer into 3.
Go to the top now. There you go. I love that move. That was the way to do it.
Come on, Cole. Get past him.
Let's see what kind of
Byron's running in 3rd and Sheldon's in 4th.
Custer's going to go way to the inside.
Byron's kind of catching him.
Now he tries to get up to that left rear quarter panel, can't do it.
And then Sheldon's the second behind Byron.
9 laps to go.
The 0-0 is clearly faster. Through 1 and through 3, but he's got to be able to take this run. Now he's in a position he needs to be going into the tunnel turn.
Down low, he clears the 7, back up the racetrack.
And Cole Custer passes Justin Allgaier for the lead.
Oh, he missed it a little bit.
Let's go.
Allgaier trying to take advantage.
Sun's coming back out.
Allgaier taking the shorter distance through turn 3. Down the front stretch, Allgaier trying to draft off of Custer. 8 laps to go. Two crew chiefs watching very closely.
The 7's doing a nice job. I thought the 00 was going to kind of drive away a little bit, but the 7, to your point, Rick, is using that draft to stay at least within touch.
Our tires going to make a big difference because a lot fresher tires for Cole Custer.
Well, I think that's what you're seeing right here. That 7 was really good early. I'd have to think a few lap older tires is making a difference. Now look, not undrivable.
Oh, trouble! SVG.
He was running 10th. I was just
Caution.
ready to say that he was having a good finish to this race.
SVG is around. Trouble for Shane Van Gisbergen.
On the radio, it sounds as though someone might have helped him go around here. Caution comes out. That means another restart.
And for Allgaier, I think you have to be happy with that, just because I don't know if he was going to find his way past
10th, yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he was, trying to find a way around it. Restart brings in a lot of opportunities.
See what happens.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that kind of speaks for itself. I don't know if there was something happened prior to that, but you can see right here, there's, Shane is in the corner. He's not catching the guy in front of him. He's not also falling back from him.
And Mayer did
Sam
kind
Mayer
of dump
just
him.
completely misjudges that.
Listen into the one radio.
Said it was an accident.
Wait, here's something about the brake pedal.
I kind of believe it was an accident.
Sam Mayer gets into the back of the 97. Around he goes. Caution comes out. Remember, Shane Van Gisbergen has been working on ovals, trying to get better. Strategy, different things playing out to where he was running 10th, which would have been a huge improvement for SVG. But now after the spin,
Well, yeah, and I understand what Sam Mayer, I think he was saying, hey, I didn't mean to do that. But, I don't think the 97 is going to care whether you meant to or not. You ran him over and spun him out. So, Sam, I think we used to see a little bit more of this out of Sam here recently. I think he's doing a nice job of kind of getting this in check. But days like this for 10th, Rick, are not great days you want to have an enemy. And Sam's a very good road course racer, so he may look at SVG and think, man, I don't race him a whole lot at the ovals. First of all, he was racing him today, so the 97 is improving, to your point. But also, if you think you're going to win a road course race, you're going to have to race this 97 anywhere we go.
We've seen Anthony Alfredo with some strategy, getting track position, and he's doing a nice job. He has old tires as well, still running here in 8th position. He's done every restart. He's done a good job. The one restart he got shoved out of the lane. It really wasn't his fault.
Yeah,
he got put in a bad situation. But Alfredo's done a really nice job with those old tires. Kim.
And a great job today by Taylor Gray in that 9th position currently. He finished yesterday in the Truck Series race a 4th position. And this is his first race in the Xfinity Series all the way back to Charlotte, where he finished 12th. And I asked him, how helpful is it having been in the truck yesterday? He said, only about 10% helpful. The biggest thing he needs to do, being not in the Xfinity Series car week after week, is adapt. We've seen him do that today. Right now, he just said he needed a little bit more rear grip on entry.
A bit of a parachute on that left rear quarter panel of Alfredo as well. You can see, well, it looks like you get hit in the quarter panel. Allmendinger would move left a little bit for you. Maybe a little bit more. You can kind of see yeah, there you go. You see the big dent right above the tire. That's capturing a lot of air. That is not helping the straight line speed of the 5. Appreciate AJ helping us out there.
Take a look at this paint scheme, by the way, Jeff. A little throwback here and a tip of the hat to the H-60 Blackhawk, which is the workhorse for the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. Blackhawk aircraft's They're used daily at Fort Indiantown Gap to train warfighters on how to fly, instruct, and maintain this aircraft throughout the U.S. Army. So the 28th Expeditionary Combat Aviation Brigade used those Black Hawks heavily in their more recent deployment in the Middle East back in 2020, 2021, supporting thousands of troops. Paint scheme for, again, Jeff Burton, as we see Daniel Dye here in the 10.
And Jeff will run the 13th.
It'll be 4 to go when they go back green.
This is 6 starts in the Xfinity Series. First at Pocono. Jeff having a good day. Running really well in the Truck Series this year. A lot of speed.
It's going to miss us, right, Steve? Weatherman Steve?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So convincing.
You know, the beauty of being weatherman is like a TV crew chief. You don't really have to be right. You just give an opinion and see what happens.
50%. So lights are off. Here's the choose.
Now, I'm going to tell you, I think that the 7, having the 17 behind them, is a good situation. I think that's a really good pusher. We'll see if the 7 can get a good start, Marty, and then hold whatever the push is coming from the 17.
Steve Jensen Allgaier still in the game, and Eddie DeHaan gave him a little pep talk right before the choose. Listen in.
Let's take a shot at this thing.
He spun him last time. Remember what I told you earlier about history here? You got to drive that thing in deep into one and hope he overdrives it, and then it's game on. You can do it.
Got to drive it in and hope.
You're acting like he's the only guy you have to race.
A good plan in your estimation, Jeff?
Well, hope is not a strategy, but you know, if you're Allgaier, you have to look. He's an experienced race car driver. He's got to maximize his entry speed for sure and hope the bottom works. That's all you can do. That's all anybody can do.
What if he runs out?
About the 17 and William Byron behind him, I think that's a really good pusher. You have to protect to keep William from putting you 3 wide.
Have we had enough caution laps for
William
him?
Byron in the 18 car. We keep talking about Sheldon Creed, how many second place finishes he has. Can he get the win? I'm telling you guys, I've been talking to Sheldon. He is confident. He is ready to win a race. He is all these experiences of running second. A lot of people talk about it being a bad thing. He doesn't view it like that at all. He wants to win, but he's excited that they run good enough to be in position to do that. And he's going to give everything that he's got with only 5 to go. I can assure you of that.
Rubbing the hands together isn't going to happen. So it will be 4 laps. 4 remaining when they come back by for the green flag.
Going to be 4 to go.
Sheldon Creed in that second row just
Going to
behind
be
the
4 to
0.
go when they go back green here.
Cole Custer, William Byron behind the 7 of Allgaier. Control car is 0.
Green flag.
And Creed was right on his back bumper when they got into the restart zone.
Custer has the lead.
They are bumper to bumper as they go into one. The 17 breaks off.
And Allgaier takes it into turn 1.
Allgaier back out front. And then right away, the 0 of Custer with the momentum. He'll take the lead back away on Long Pond.
Whoa, do you see how big that bump was, the 0 hit?
Wow.
Slowed it down a little bit. Now through 2. Side by side. William Byron back there just waiting.
William Byron needs to check up a little bit here, not be on their bumper, getting into the corner. Hope they get slow through the middle to take advantage of it.
Well, the 7 with the crossover, a big run. Can he get to the quarter panel? If he does, can the 17 help?
0 pulling away now from the 7 as they go down the front stretch. 3 laps to go.
3 to go.
Two bow ties chasing a Ford. Can they work together? A little nose to tail, some pushing.
Cole Custer doesn't want to give him any draft. Allgaier now 3 car lengths back.
This is where it gets tough for the trailing car. This is the worst corner for Aero. You can see Allgaier just could not keep his car on the bottom of the racetrack. That allowed Cole Custer to get away from him.
Oh, trouble! SVG. That's probably going to be a caution.
Shane Van Gisbergen
I imagine. Still green, sorry.
Coming up on 2 laps to go.
Still green.
Having a double zero, I think it's purely mistakes. I think he has enough overall pace. If he just hits his mark, he can not only not lose momentum, but shut the air off to the center.
It's going to have to be a caution, right?
A good turn 1 for Allgaier.
No?
But a better turn 1 for Custer. Coming into turn 2. Now the fight for second. Allgaier has the 17 of William
Guess
Byron
not.
all over his back bumper.
Guess he got back going. Coming to the white flag.
Cole Custer looking to get 4
Coming to the white flag.
2024 and his first win of the season.
White flag's in the air one more time around for Cole Custer at Pocono.
And with all the yellows, we believe the 7 has enough fuel, but just remember, he's very close. We'll see if he can get it back.
Cole Custer's year has been an impressive one. It has just been lacking in wins. He leads the points in the Xfinity Series, but has not been able to lock himself into the playoffs because he hasn't been to victory lane yet. Into turn 3, a big advantage over the 7. Cole Custer.
And Cole Custer is going to win at Pocono.
And Custer is going to win at Pocono.
Thank you guys so much. That was unbelievable race car. You guys did a great job. JT, everybody at the shop. I know you guys have been working really hard.
Ford's first win at 2024. Are you talking about in all 3 series or just in... No, yeah, it's not in all 3 series, just in Xfinity.
Way to drive the wheels off that thing, Cole Custer. Pit crew, awesome job. Andy Houston, freaking guys, or Trevor, I appreciate it, guys. Man, we got this monkey off our back now. We're going to have fun racing this year. That's right. Thank you, guys.
That's what it means. William Byron goes by and gives him a thumbs up. Creed finishes 4th. Taylor Gray, a 5th place finish for the young man. Surprising that we're this far into the season. Race 19, and it's Ford's first win.
You know, Cole Custer, defending champion. You know, this win just gives this team confidence. They've been running well. They just hadn't found a way to win. Been consistent. Cole hasn't made many mistakes. The team has been solid. Wins are just, I don't know how to describe it. The way it just completely changes your outlook.
Remember, Cole Custer is still auditioning. He wants to get back into the Cup Series. There are opportunities there, potentially even with this team, the new team.
Glad the race went the whole way.
The Haas Factory team. There will be a Cup car.
Kind of figured it would, but...
Could it be Cole Custer that gets to take over that ride? Right now, he's going to enjoy this win with his team. Cole Custer's now locked back into the playoffs. Jim's down there with him.
And the whole team celebrating with Cole Custer down here. Gets his first win of 2024. I know, a huge relief for you guys, but with 4 laps to go, a restart, you had Justin Allgaier and William Byron in your rear view. What were you thinking in those closing laps?
Man, I mean, you just try and manage it the best you can, but it's just so luck of the draw and who gets the best push and everything. And, man, we just had, that was some Doug Yates horsepower right there. I mean, we definitely had some on the straightaways today. And, man, I just can't say enough about these guys. They've worked so hard this whole year and just haven't had that final result. And to finally get it is so awesome. I mean, I can't thank Gene Haas and everybody at Haas Automation. I mean, this is the second win here at Pocono for our team, so it's awesome. Everybody at Ford Performance, they've helped us a ton with the simulator and everything Ford does. So it's awesome to get a win in the Mustang Dark Horse, and we can really carry this momentum through the summer and into the playoffs.
We heard crew chief Jonathan Tony tell you on the radio after the win, the monkey's off our back. We can have some fun now. How much stress was on you, and was there a little bit of doubt starting to creep in?
Yeah, I've been telling people, I mean, I've never been so frustrated being the points leader. It was the weirdest feeling in the world, you know, we've been so good pretty much all year, just top 5, and just haven't been able to break through the year till now. So it's awesome to get it now, and I think we can really carry this.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Cole Custer is
Cole Custer, the winner at Pocono.
Raceway, and Marty, now he has a 51-point lead in the regular season standings over Justin Allgaier.
And let's chat, Kim, with Justin Allgaier. Boy, you made the fuel stretch. You overcame the penalty, but I have a feeling you don't leave here happy with this one. Why?
I just felt like, unfortunately, the best car all day. And at the end there, the old tires were just a difference maker. I mean, we did what we had to do with the penalty and being able to come to the field. We did all the right things. Obviously, William gave me a great push on that last restart, and just so hard to keep the right front on it on the long run like that. Really proud of everybody at Junior Motorsports, though. This Carolina Carports Camaro was really, really good all day. Definitely as fast as Xfinity Internet. Just really stinks to come out of here second. I've led so many laps here, and I feel like this is same result every time, just not able to go to victory lane. So congrats to Cole and the whole 00 team. Really proud of our team, proud of the effort. I mean, great pit stops on pit road. Honda did a great job calling the race today. Just came up a little bit short, and it's going to sting for a while.
As you got the more cautions, were you thinking?
So yeah, guys, that's where I'm going to end this shit. Congrats to Cole Custer. Like I said, I will not be live for the Xfinity race or the Cup race tomorrow because I will be at that race. So yeah,
it's so hard when you're
I'll be live. Well, the video for that race will be up probably on Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Like the vlog.
Again, really proud of the effort, proud of the team, proud of everybody at Junior Motorsports and getting a job.
I'll be live
our partners,
for the Xfinity race next week.
Just everybody that's on this car throughout the course of the year. Just really frustrating to come out second.
They win a stage today. They get a.
Wait, I think there's a truck race next week too.
Second place for Justin Allgaier today.
His name's still in yellow, but he is second right now on the playoff standings. That's Justin Allgaier. Would now add a name, Cole Custer, the 7th driver to win and lock themselves into the playoffs.
Yeah, next week, Friday at 8:30 is the
33 points.
truck race. And I don't believe I work then. Let me check my schedule again.
William Byron digesting the third place finish today, and
I'll be live for that.
Walk me through the day. What did you learn that might be able to help you out tomorrow?
The Xfinity race on Saturday.
So different, but just thanks to Mr.
Well, the truck race I'll be live for at 8:15. The Xfinity race I'll be live at that race is at.
The restarts were fun there at the end. You know, I was able to push to 7, and then I felt like I was going to have a chance to
Saturday at 3
wide, and I did. I just couldn't carry the entry speed that those guys could into 1. So just a couple little things here and there, but the car is
3:30. The race will be at 3:30, so I'll be live at 3:15 for that.
I'll have to put this
and the Cup race next week is at 2:30. I'll be live at 2:15 for that.
Into 3.
Might be live at 2 just because it's a special event.
Get off strategy and come back. It was pretty good.
Brickyard 400.
Good day for William Byron. He winds up third.
Alrighty, y'all. I'm going to end this shit right here. I want to thank you bitches for watching, and peace out.